There we go. We back. There we go. I think this thing reset it. I didn't even know this thing was doing a notification and stuff, so I had to make sure this thing was get this internet back going. It's Friday, man. Let's go. See this. Okay, now this thing has notified me. I had to make sure this thing was working right. Yes. Come on up in the box, people, man. If y'all trying to let people know, what is y'all red flag? Let's see what level y'all at, man. Are y'all ready to tell y'all red flags? And what is the purpose behind it? That's what I want to see. What is your goal? What's the base of your red flags? Because everybody got their own subjective ones, I've noticed. I want to know what is the reason. What made you come up with these? Is they reasonable? Yeah, that's what I want to see. Let me get these likes up though real quick. Get these likes up real quick. Mm-hmm. I just figured out that last one too. I'm curious on that last one, that third question right there. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I had a video I made. I think I did make a video about telling people not to tell their red flags. But that was before I did a little bit of self-work and reflecting and stuff. And I was, it made me think a little bit more deep in it. So I had to ask myself, why shouldn't I? So I did tell people that you shouldn't do it because people can be chameleons. But then again, I had to think about it. But do that mean that I have poor vetting skills? That's what I had to think about. So that's why I came up with that third question. Because now I have no problem telling mine because I'll be able to see through it. I can see through the chameleon. If somebody want to be a chameleon for so long, that'll be on them. But it's all about how people are. I guess it's how people look at things or their way of getting with a person. I guess that's how I look at it. So I guess some people are going to have to hide it. But we gonna see. We gonna see tonight. Have a little bit of time, man. I'm gonna have to probably get off about 2 in the morning, maybe. 2 in the morning? Yeah, I do 2 in the morning. So I gotta get up at 12 tomorrow. But y'all, if y'all in here gonna hit them likes and stuff for me, I'm doing my own likes and stuff. Hit them likes, share, try to get me to 2K real quick. Type them FYPs in here. I see some more of my people's coming up in here. He said, I disagree. That's funny. Hey, it is what it is. This ain't, it's a situation. So it's for everybody, man. Got their own reasons behind it. So, it is what it is.
So, my biggest red flag is a single mother.
Instead of say, oh, my.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it. If your baby daddy didn't want you, why would I want you?
How the heck you find me? I just thought about it. You ain't had that many followers. I mean, you wasn't following that many people. How you find me? I just thought about it. I seen you in the other room.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just get on here all day while I'm working. I'm working
Oh,
like 10
okay.
hours a day, so there's a
Oh, okay.
lot. So
You trying to shake the room already?
yeah, just
How
trolling.
you feeling, my brother?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you? What's your
I'm
big red
blessed,
flag?
man. Trying to get it going.
Yeah. What's your
Yeah, my
biggest red
whole point
flag?
of my page is to get people to. What did somebody say? What they with a little tear in the ear? They caught the. Yeah, I be trying to see where everybody head at, man. That's you know.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, I can't do it. I don't know why. It's like that or girls with vapes all the time.
With what?
I said it's either single mothers or girls that always are vaping.
Oh. Okay, so you said might be some reason behind it. I can get that in a way, like smokers and all that stuff, especially the cigarette smokers and all that. I can get it. I can get it because they usually come with I'm stressed out, so it makes sense. That's a good one. I ain't never thought about that though. Yeah, because you stressing for what? What's the stress for? You ever found
Exactly.
peace within yourself? Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, it's just a social crutch most of the time. That's what I've noticed.
Hmm. I don't like smokers either. Yeah, I feel you on that. Sergi, what's up? What's up? I ain't get to say what's up, Sergi. But yeah,
So you have a lot of people joining your life?
see, it depends. Depend on the topic for real. Sometimes that jump up to 100, maybe a 50, or some of the days it
Oh,
be
really?
real slow and be 15 people. But hey, I try to keep it quality. I'm not a drama base, so that's probably why.
Girls who
Yeah,
love drinking and have female roommates. Yeah.
man who lie about having a second woman. What the heck? That should be automatic red flag. The
Yeah,
heck?
that should be. That's funny.
Hey,
What else? Lack
man.
of accountability. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What else is a big red flag? Oh, feminist.
Oh, you getting somewhere. You getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's automatic already on that.
I've dated two feminists. I can't do it. Can't do it anymore. They just love arguing. It's like they're
Cause,
always mad
Cause they
about
is about as
something.
even as you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I
I'm a
can't
man
because
too, that's
they
what they
don't have the
say.
same energy that I do. So I'm like, I can't do that.
Oh boy.
What's up, Bella?
People who can't see any fault in themselves. I feel that. That makes sense. The people that can't take accountability. That's what my run for, you know what I'm saying? Feminism
Hmm.
is a little bitty red flag. You said a little bitty.
That's a big red flag. That shit's in your
Be
face.
honest with me,
And they'll
and
let
we
you know the
can.
first date too.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I'm a feminist. Are you a feminist? I'm like, yep. You trying to go back to my place?
I ain't gonna lie. I used to tell people. I said I'm a. I said when I first date a girl, I said I'm gonna see what they say about Kevin Samuels. That'll tell me all I need to know. The way they react to it, I'm like, how you feel about Kevin Samuels? That motherfucker. If someone
Kevin
else hear that,
Samuels,
yep, say
R.I.P.
less.
Man. That dude was hilarious.
Oh boy. I
Nah,
mean,
he got
hmm?
replaced with what's his name? Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Oh, and he's strict though. But I get him though. But he be straight though. I probably pick like Special and Fit over them. I don't even with all three of them, right? I don't agree with everything they say, but I do get the concept. And they bring out the real accountability in things and try to get rid of a lot of the delusions and stuff. But yeah, I'm not on the extremes parts though, or some of the stuff. I don't believe
Yeah,
everything they say, but I take out
I
the
feel
meat and
like
spit out the bone.
I feel like they just exaggerate a lot to get more views, but like
Yeah, I feel it
they
too.
don't
I'm
mean
like,
half.
man.
I mean, they mean half the they say, but they exaggerate the personality a lot.
Yeah. My wife became a feminist now. She got 200 women watching me. Oh my goodness.
Damn, I wish there was 200 women watching me. Shit.
But yeah, y'all. I see y'all down there tapping, man. Try to get me to that 5,000 real quick so I can get on that For You page quicker.
All right,
You
man. I'm about
know.
to hop out of here. I got to go take my dog out.
Push up, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Uh, y'all tap that FYP hashtag FYP. All that. Rapper, woman, judge. Yeah. Um. What else? I feel like I missed something. And if y'all can share it, some people go ahead. We're gonna get this room popping tonight. I got some good hours for y'all. Try to get off about the heck is that? I feel like it's on the back of my neck. Um, I got about some hours on y'all, man. Tomorrow I got a little birthday party. I'm gonna go. My brother Rage in the building. What's the deal, man? Yeah, we about to see, man. We see everybody red flags. If they got some wild ones, I just want to see, man. I want to see. Because I was mentioning before, and I do got a video that's out. That was before I started doing these lives and stuff, but it made me think about it. A lot of stuff I had to change. A lot of few things I said, just a few things. But because I did tell people not to never tell their red flags because of chameleons and stuff. But I had to think deep on it. I thought deep on that though, and I don't. Heck is that noise? The more I got to understand myself and stuff, I wasn't really scared. Nah, I'm not scared to tell my red flags at all. I could tell mine's not in. I mean, a few of them. So I would say, hopefully the rooms don't shake, but I don't care. I ain't trying to date nobody on here. Well, I might find my wife on here, but she'll understand. But so one of them, let's say the first one of my red flags is the horoscopers. I can't deal with them. That's why every time y'all probably see somebody mention something about horoscopes, I'll be always shaking my head like this. You always see me do this every time because it just gets to me. So I say the reason why too. I'll be back. All right, for sure, for sure. So I say the reason why then, because I'm big on. You see the name of the room. I'm big on that. I'm really big on that, man. And that's a contradiction. That's a contradiction if you say if you believe in the horoscopes, right? And then you say you hold yourself accountable at the same time. It's too opposite. Because the way people look at the horoscopes now, of course, there's a lot of truths in it, but I believe you can be every last one of those horoscopes. That humans are humans. We are adaptable. We can have all the traits that they say that's in there. So if you keep blaming your behaviors and act like you can't change it because the way the stars are aligned, I can't get with that. You know, that stuff was fun. It was fun when we was kids and stuff, and we talked about it. I can't get with you because of that. Oh, you that? Oh, it's Team Leo, Team Virgo, and all this stuff. Yeah, that was all. It was cute. You know what I'm saying? But now we adults with it. It's starting to get. It's crazy with it. It's getting wild. I understand that they say it might be a belief or something like that, but that's different. That's the one that, like I said, I ain't got nothing against beliefs, but when it's something that, if the belief is a endangerment to somebody or somebody else and somebody in self, that's when I have something against beliefs. So with that, I feel like it's a dangerous thing. The way people look at it now, I can't get with this type because of that. I was like, man, when I was younger, I understood that quick. Like, oh, you with that? I can't. That's why I can't get with you. Like, all right, bro. And then my thing is like, if you know these signs so well, then you should be able to know a person without having to ask what their sign is. You know what I'm saying? Why you got to always ask that? Take the time and listen and hear what they is if these so called signs work. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing is my little golden question. I always say that why the signs always got to work when you come out your mother instead of when you get your first heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? You would think it would be like that. Yeah, the mindset that you can't change because you a certain sign is wild to facts. You know what I'm saying? Horoscopes is always wrong for me in newspaper. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's my one number one. And I ain't gonna lie, my ex, she had all that's like it's crazy. A lot of this stuff was like automatic red flags. That's probably what made me think about it deeper and it made me seeing there was a lot of women that's like that. And of course, I'm talking about women because I date women. What the heck? So before y'all start getting crazy, um, but then the horoscope stuff, and I'm like, yeah. So that was on my end. I let that prettiness overtake and all that stuff. So whatever. Okay, so I say my next red flag is my next red flag will be person that don't know how to avoid confrontation. You know, a person that be like that want to look at you like, where you was at, you ain't take off of me. You gotta do this and do that. Be a man. Or let me stop. Well, it ain't even a relationship because it could be a friendship or not. Bro, why you gonna let them punk you out and all this stuff? You know, stuff that's like that. A person that want to that don't tell you to walk away. A person that don't say, "Hey, this ain't worth it today," or "We got to go somewhere." I mean, stuff like that. If a person can't do that, and they always want to ignite some or gaslight, the new word that's on here, that's another major red flag. And there's a lot of people like that. People that want to match energy. I'm good on that. That's why I say I be taking time. I listen to everybody on here. I be in my mind like, yep, I wouldn't date you, and I'm glad you're married. I wouldn't date you, and I be thinking about all that stuff though, and I wouldn't be friends with you. It's so much stuff. My red flags actually works for relationships and friends. You know what I'm saying? I know who I can hang around and not. So yeah, confrontational people, I can't do it. People that people that, and I know I'm about to say my red flags again today, because I'm early, but I'm just doing this now because I'm telling just just to entertain y'all for the moment until I get some more people in here. So my other my other one is what's the other one? People that look for attention a lot. The people that's in love with attention. Um, so And that's a very big one too. I'm like, dang, in my top three. I said, oh my goodness. Um, good looks on the share, Dr. Sergi. What the heck? Did I just moan or something? That just threw me off. What the freak? Take that back, rewind and cut that out. I don't even know what the heck I just, but that just caught me out. That was a red flag right there. What the heck? So my other one is, one, people, dang. So I got that. I got the horoscopes. Oh, attention. All right. So a person that got to do everything for. He's supposed to laugh at me. She said it's too late. I recorded it. I'm mad at myself that it just came out like that. I'm so mad. I want to punch myself in the face. I swear. I'm like, what the heck was that? What was that, bro? That just made me mad though. Why did I say it like that? That just made me mad. Oh my. I can't even take it back. All right, so got attention on that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but people that always got to do everything for attention, that person that got to be real loud, that always got to be, everybody got to see him. A person that's materialistic, you know what I'm saying? That's another tension type person and stuff. I want you to see my sweet shoes all the time. I got to show off my fancy cars. You know, I ain't nothing bad with it, but a person that's in love with it, right? So people that, whew, let me tell y'all how I do my swiping nowadays. Probably why I ain't dating. Nah, I mean, I ain't, it's more to that though. I do got to start dating. I'll be just holding it off. I don't know why. But or if I see I got another one to throw in there too. If I see if I see a chest sticking out, right, piece of skin, you know what I'm saying? See skin coming out. If I, if chest skin, if cheek or booty pick, swipe it to the left, man. Whichever side that is that I don't want, that automatic. That's red flag to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that I'm not looking, and been celibate and stuff now, so I'm really not looking for a sexualized girl on there. You know what I'm saying? Or a woman. Let me, you know how this will be, but somebody out there. So as soon as I see chest, that's an X on there. As soon as I see buns that's be sticking out, or you doing a little sit on the counter thing, you know what I'm saying, to make your booty look big, bye bye. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say filter. I don't think filters that bad. I wouldn't say that because I ain't that big on filters and makeup. I mean, I love natural. You know what I'm saying, but as long as I can see that natural, a little bit of the natural, I don't care about the makeup or the filters like that. But if you better not be a whole nother person, it's gonna be bold. But that ain't no red flag to me. I'm just saying. But if I see like you gotta show skin just to get somewhere, or if you gotta show your chest, or you gotta like on the booty, all that stuff, that's automatic X. So that's a red flag to me. I feel like I'm missing something. So if you stick your tongue out, do the that duck lip might be a red flag too. I can't do the duck. I mean, I let the duck lip slide because maybe somebody was just in the mold. But that tongue, you stick your tongue out, that's a whole nother thing. I ain't doing that. It's a red flag. Keep your tongue in your mouth. Ain't nobody worry about you sex. Like any chick or anybody got to sexualize themselves. Well, a chick, of course, I gotta say that. So I gotta stick on that one. But yeah, chick they gotta sexualize themselves, automatic X. Sorry, that's a red flag to me. And then so another one. So it's another one I do an X on, and I realized the love language people. Let's see if I shake somebody real quick. So now that I've been growing in my life and stuff or whatever, and I realize how love is, I feel like love should be, and they say it should be more than that, but they say it's five loves and you only pick one. Did I get somebody about to pop up in here? I was like, oh no, never mind. So so they say it's five love languages, right? My thing is like if you only got to pick one or two or whatever for your love language or whatever, especially when you put it out there, I feel like you need more work. If you say that you require this or all that stuff, I'm not big on the love language stuff because I am a firm believer that you should be able to love all five of the ways, and you should be able to give yourself all five of these ways of love. You know what I'm saying? The what they say, the gifts and the love of affirmation, the words of affirmation. Oh man, that's probably my first one. As soon as see somebody put their words of affirmation on, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I will explain that too, because I feel like that's an insecurity. If that's your number one thing, that means you are blinded to actions. And I'm a firm believer that actions speak louder than words. So if somebody got to keep on confirming you that, hey, you beautiful, or I love you, and all that stuff, words of affirmation should be mostly for kids. Yes, I'm making people sweat today. Words of affirmation should be for kids because the kids really don't know no better and stuff, and they do need it every now and then. You got to tell them that you love them. You got to tell them all the stuff, that you're beautiful, that you're handsome young man and all that stuff. You gotta tell them all that stuff, right? But as an adult, we ain't doing that words of affirmation. That's like one of my big out of all the five of them. I don't like that one. You know what I'm saying? So if you find yourself as a words of affirmation type person, I'm gonna say you got to do some deep healing within yourself. You got to, because it's like, why do somebody got to keep reminding you every second? I had actually one of I was some chick I was dating, and she did that. That was a while ago, maybe some months ago or something. I don't know. She every second like, tell me, do you like me or is you? I'm like, bro. I actually told him like, dang, you must be one of them words of affirmation to people and stuff. 'Cause why I gotta keep on telling you this? And it's just the beginning. That's my first time talking to you already. And you, how this going and all that stuff. So people that's like that, that's people that it's a red flag, and I'm letting y'all know that you got the people who answer everything with go to therapy. Factual. Alter. I mean, what the heck? I messed up. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuin. What's up, Beauty Fuin? Beauty Fuin. That's what I call her. So she called me Cat Fuin, so I'm gonna call her Beauty Fuin. Words of affirmation is my top love language. I went to therapy 5 years. It's still my top. Oh man, oh man. But yeah, that's my top one to give somebody a boot. That's my top one. So was out here words of affirmation. I'm out. But anyways, like I feel like I shouldn't see none of them, right? I just none of them. You know what I'm saying? Like all five of them, you should have these within yourself. If you find yourself only having one top one or something like that, I'm sorry, no shots thrown, no shots thrown. But if you find yourself having a top one, ask yourself why you only. She coming in the box after this one. But if you find yourself only having a top one, that means because we figured this out. I wish my friend I wish AJ was here, man. We told that one out. We figured that out though. But I'm gonna let you talk too. I know it's eating at you. You came up in the box for a reason. You want a mission.
I just wanted to clarify, Kev, because you over here throwing shots. Um, yeah, because I hear that all the time that people that their if their love language or their top love language is words of affirmation, they need therapy, whatever, they're missing something. Yeah, I do definitely believe that like if somebody's top love language is words of affirmation or just whatever one they choose, it's because they were lacking in some area when they were growing up. I absolutely do believe that.
Hmm.
But not everybody whose top love language is words of affirmation constantly needs to be told, "Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that." No, because like for me personally, like when I'm dating somebody, like I don't want to hear that all the time. But it is nice to know that like if I'm making you happy or it's not like affirmation per se. It's just extra communication basically. So if I'm doing something that you liked, like let me know. Like we don't want to be just like left guessing and stuff like that. So it's like if you had a good time, let us know.
So
You know what I'm saying?
communication.
Like it's just extra communication basically. Like I don't need to know all the time. Like you don't need to tell me all the time like I'm beautiful because number one, I know that. Like I don't need you to tell me that all the time. If I'm wearing something nice one day and you're like, "Oh, you look cute, babe." Like, okay, like that's great. But like you want to hear out the blue like, "Oh, you look good today," or like, "Thank you for doing this, thank you for doing that," or it's like, "I was thinking about you," or just something along those lines. Like that's what words of affirmation truly means. It doesn't necessarily mean like we want to hear like every 2 seconds like, "You're doing a good job, babe," like, "You got this, babe," like, "You're beautiful, I love you." Like nah, like that's like a little bit extreme, and people like that definitely need to you know
Mm.
figure it out. But no, and just because somebody has a top doesn't mean all the others are not as important. They're all equally important. It's just the fact that
Okay.
like that's you know you
I
doing the
do this
eyebrow
too
thing.
much, man.
You doing
Listen,
the eyebrow thing. But yeah, no, because it's like I don't know what are the other. It's like words of
gifts. They
affirmation,
got
gifts.
service, active service.
Yeah,
Um,
because me personally, I'm not. I don't I personally don't like receiving gifts because I don't like having stuff. Like I'm very much minimal. So it's like if somebody's going to get me a gift, it has to be really thought out, and not a lot of people know how to do that nowadays. Like you have to really know somebody to get them a really good gift that fits their personality and fits their lifestyle. So that's why gifts wouldn't be my top, right? And
Quality
then acts
time.
of service is like there's a certain way again that I like the way my stuff is done. I'm very specific in the way that I want my things to be done. So it's like I wouldn't want to come home and see like if somebody were to try to clean my apartment, like thank you very much, but now I got to reorganize this ish because like I have a specific way that things are done. So that couldn't be my top. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not it's not what you think a lot of people think that love languages are something that it's not.
Hello, Mr. Laugh.
What's up?
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. How you feeling?
And Miss K. I'm all right. I was just
Well, I
in the
thought you
parking
was a
lot.
dude. That's crazy.
I know
I said
everybody
MJ.
thinks so. Yeah, I'm behind my husband in the background.
hmm
Um well, I was listening to you, and you got to realize we're human. We're not perfect. And
Of course. Yeah.
whenever you're the the things that you're saying, that the love languages or whatever you're saying, I I think you need to give the women. I'm not sure what race you like, but if it's melanated, I think you need to give them a chance, even though they might need help in certain areas, because nobody's perfect. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Um,
Wait, are you talking to me
like,
or Kev? Sorry.
Talking to me.
oh no,
Talking
I'm
to me.
talking
Oh,
to Laugh.
okay.
No, I'm talking to Laugh.
But you giving
Um,
women chances too, Kayla, or something?
We're not gonna talk about my past.
Uh-oh.
well,
Something going.
what I'm saying is, like, while I was listening to her, she was saying about, well, what I'm thinking is, when I first met my husband, I like to talk. I like to communicate. I like to get to know you, which is very important. Um, I don't. Once in a while, I would like for him to say, oh, you look good, or your hair look good, or this. But it doesn't have to be all the time. It can just, it's communication. I think is really big. Getting to know that person as a friend is really important. But um, a lot of melanated people, not all, but a lot didn't have that father growing up to show the love and what they should be looking for in a man. So if there's a lady that's needy, she's probably saying, "Hey, I didn't have my father in my life," and
Right.
um, it's just a lot that I believe we're missing, that we were hurt from, and the ones that are pygmies, the ones that are showing their ass, the ones that are showing their tongue, they've been through something. I believe they've been through something, and
Okay.
we're not perfect. I mean, I didn't have a father growing up, but I don't want to show my behind to show everybody, hey, I want, I want you, I want this, I want that. I can do that for my husband. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. I'm a very laid back, plain person. I don't have to show my, fronts, and I don't have to show my butt or whatever to get a man. I just be myself. I just want to get to know you. A lot of people need friends before you become lovers. Now it's not a lover thing. It's,
Right.
let's have a baby first.
Right.
So
So,
I would say be open minded to,
oh,
the
I'm open-minded.
situation. But I land my
I'm
plane for
open-minded,
now.
but I ain't silly either. But
Yep, that's right.
so what I'm about to get to with that now, I'm glad you said that. So you said, okay, people might be going through these problems and all this stuff. Then sound like they need a lot of healing. That's what that sound like. So why are they in a relationship if they got all these problems and stuff? And why it should be their boyfriend or whoever's job to make sure that they heal?
I get what you're saying. I know. I mean,
Well, the other thing you have to
because they want to
understand is that
go ahead.
healing is not linear. Like healing is not like a straight line. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up with my dad, and I went to therapy for 5 years, and I understand I understand the way that I am is because that there were things that were missing because I didn't have a father, right? But even knowing that, like, you can't reverse certain things. And the thing about love that people fail to realize is that love is sacrificial. It's not about you. So when somebody comes to you with their love language, that's how they need to be loved. And there's no amount of therapy
Mm.
that can reverse that. It just can't happen. After a certain age, not having either your mother or your father present in the home, there's just certain things that are irreversible. So like I said, when somebody's whichever one of the love languages is their top one, that's how they feel like they're receiving the love. So if physical touch is your love language, right? You It might not always be sex. It might be you need a hug. You like holding hands with your partner. You like just, being next to them on the couch, sitting with them. If that is how you feel loved, then them showering you with gifts is not going to do it for you, right? So it's like for me, words of affirmation, you know, conversation, every once in a while being told, I'm beautiful, or just reminding me that, like, because I can get in my head. I can very much get in my head and stuff like that. So if I have a partner that knows me and knows those signs from me, then they'll know, like, oh shoot, she's about to go into the abyss in her mind. Let me help her. Let me pull her out of it and build her up. That's how I know that I'm loved. My husband or my spouse trying to take me on a shopping spree isn't going to do it. I know a lot of women like to come home to a clean house. That's not going to do it for me. As nice as it may seem, that's going to stress me out more because, like I said, I have a specific way that I clean, a specific way that I organize. So it's like remembering that love is sacrifice and it's not about you will help you to, you know, love your partner with their love language. And remembering that healing is not linear, it's up and down. And there are times where it's like you might be on the up and up, and then something happens and it sets you back, but that's okay. It's not your fault, especially if a parent left the house. That has nothing to do with you. That's a choice that they made that unfortunately you're victim of.
Mm. Oh, so I see y'all deep in this love language stuff. Okay, okay, okay.
You were saying it's not reversible. At first, I was saying no, that's not true. It it's not reversible, but I think you can control it
Yeah, you can
where
control it for sure.
you know what I mean.
You
So
can. You can.
I think like I didn't have a father at all in the home, so it didn't like I would well none of us did actually, but it didn't I didn't miss it. I didn't miss that he wasn't there, but I noticed it when I was in school that when the white T kids or the Spanish kids, the whole family would be there. I did miss something,
Right,
but it was weird because my mom had 7 kids. She was never married, but her mom was married. So
right.
it kind of threw me off like, what? But I did not want that I didn't want to be a single mother. I grew up around a lot of girls that became single mothers because they were trying to please that boy, that particular person for whatever reason. From the wigs, the fake nails, makeup. I didn't do all that. I just like I said, I'm kind of a plain Jane.
Mahogany, what's up?
So, but I did not want to be. I didn't want any kids. I made sure of that, and so I wasn't a wild and out kind of girl. But I had that little edge. But again, I didn't miss anything in the household until I went to school and saw I didn't see my dad or blah blah blah. But I wanted to make sure I was married and I found somebody that we can love and get to know each other. So we became best friends when we started dating. I mean, we talked about how many people we were with and all of that, and we weren't jealous or we didn't judge each other. We really, I think that's very important to get to know your partner before you even start having kids or even get married. But right now, I land my plane.
All right, so Now it's time. I guess I gotta get on Caleb for because y'all done stored me all up, man. Dang. Yeah, I'm glad y'all had that exchange and stuff. I don't keep that muted for a minute. 'Cause I got something for you. So that make it more of a reason why. Make it more of a reason why I'm talking about. That's one of my red flags is this love language. Oh yeah, we got more people in here, so I'm about to make more people get madder now. Now we get to say it in front of more people. So that's why, because like you said, these are the way people want to be loved, right? I don't. I feel like this is just some ungrateful. That's why I'm saying that with this love language thing, you seriously need to learn how to love all five of them ways. It shouldn't be no recommendation or one that take over the other. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, if one take over the other or it's favorited, right? That means it's something just like you said, and we already done dang near told y'all stuff, your situation. It was slack somewhere or it happened from early childhood or something, right? So that means you gotta focus on. That's why all this stuff you gotta get to. I really wish AJ was here because me and her we had a good. Oh, what the heck I'm about to say? Oh, my bad, y'all. But we had a good little talk on this situation, right? We figured it out because if you only love like one way, like physical touch, most of them be hornballs most of the time. Because I love, you know what I'm saying? The words of affirmation, like I was mentioning, that means you blinded to actually seeing actions. Like I said, I pick actions over words any day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me different times. You don't even whatever. You be able to see off the signs once you know your person and stuff. All these things you can figure out once you figure out how to do these five things with yourself. Then you don't have to require from everybody else because you'll instead of saying this is the way I need to be loved, you will be able to recognize it when it's in front of you. No matter what five of them that you get, because you're gonna get all five of them regardless, whatever come to you. But it shouldn't be one or two that automatically that's the one that boosts me out of all of them. I really feel this one. If that's the only one you really feel, you can't see love in no other type of forms or better in that way.
I'm not saying that I
That
can't.
mean,
I'm not saying that I can't see. I'm sorry. I'm gonna interrupt you real quick because I'm not saying that like if so. For example, if I'm married, because honestly, I mean I've been on your lives before. You already know I don't play no games with these little boys unless I'm married. So it's
right.
like so when I talk, I'm be talking in future tense because I'm speaking marriage over my life. So it's like of course when I come home from work, if my husband cleans the kitchen or there's like things around the house that are done, like of course, I'm gonna feel appreciation towards those actions. Of course. But what I'm saying is that like I'm not saying like oh words of affirmation are my only love language. I won't accept anything else. No, of course I'm gonna accept if my husband wants to do something nice for me, if he wants to buy me something. Of course I'm gonna accept those things. I know that he did it out of love for me, of course. But what I'm saying is that like I gave the example before, if physical touch, for example, which I understand. Listen, when a guy tells me that that's his top love language, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do question that because I want to make
I
sure
question all
that
five
it's
of
not
them.
that it's not sexually based, but intimacy based because there's a difference. You can be intimate without being sexual. So I always ask for that specific one, but it's like you know what I'm saying? Like if that's the top one because he likes that non-sexual intimacy, holding hands, cuddling, et cetera, then showering somebody with gifts, if they're not a materialistic person, what's that going to do? It's not going to do anything for them. It's nice. Yes, it's a nice gesture. Cleaning the house for your spouse, it's a nice gesture. Buying somebody gifts, yeah, it's a nice gesture. It'll be accepted, it'll be appreciated. But what's that going to do for them if that's not
The
how they
box
feel
filling up,
loved?
guys. Y'all better get up in here. You
If
already
that's
know how
not
this
how
live
you
get.
feel loved, how is that? You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a child, right? You have a child, they want communication. They're upset. They don't want a hug. How many times do you see a child and you try to hug them and they're like, "No, let me tell you what happened. I don't want a hug. I want to talk to you." You're going to say, "No, let me give you a hug first?" No. They want to talk to you. They want to let you know what happened and then they decide
You just
if
said
after they
you must not hear
communicate.
what I said earlier. Remember I said that's the only people, the only ones that really need the words of affirmation is children. I
No,
had mentioned that earlier.
everybody needs words of affirmation, not just
No,
children.
okay.
Everybody needs words of affirmation.
No, you just need it. You trying to put it on everybody. No, it's just some people that need it, some people
So
don't, because they know how to see love
why do you
multiple ways
feel
than just one way. That's all I'm saying. Everybody don't need it.
so why are you so against it though? Like why do you have such
That's
a
one of my main ones I'm against, because that's an insecurity. Yes, it is. And if it fits, it fits. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to. I done talked about this, and I done understood it, all type of things before I even spoke on this. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's the conclusion. Just like you can question a dude that do physical touch only, you got to question all five of them. Why is that y'all tops? You know what I'm saying? Just because it's fitting you, that don't mean it's not valid.
I was gonna, I didn't want to say anything to say about that, but that does, don't curse me out, Miss K, does seem like an insecurity. I say I need, and because you did bring up gifts, but if that person gets to know you, they'll know they won't be bringing that many gifts. So they'll know your love language by your conversation, by your habits of every day.
right, exactly.
So, but I'm saying you brought up, I mean, the love language and so forth. I mean, you'll come together once you know each other. But it does sound like, in a way, a insecurity or something you're still working on. I would say something you're still working on. I land my
It
plane.
is.
Are you talking about
It
me?
is. Ain't no something. It
Not
is.
about me. No
It's
no
not you. If it ain't
disrespect,
you,
but
you ain't
no,
really
not
got to
about
fight it.
me.
I'm just talking about the majority. You really don't have to fight it if you feel like that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying from my observation, just like you did your studies on physical touch. Just like if I see a person that do all gifts, they most of the time they just a greedy person, or them, or materialistic, like you said. Every last one is a problem when one of them trump over the rest of the four. You know what I'm saying? So it's not one of them that's
I
special.
think I think I think depending on which one is the top one, depending on how extensive it is, you have to examine like the true reasoning behind it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the example that you gave of your ex, right? Her love language was words of affirmation, but she needed to be told every 2 seconds that she was beautiful. That's an issue. My understanding of words of affirmation is different than hers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna just say,
So,
like I
And then
said,
for the
like I
next
mentioned
person,
before, if you can only love one or two ways, y'all need to find a way to be able to be acceptance and appreciative of all five of them, and it shouldn't be no tops. That's one thing I learned. It should be one or two. If it's one or two in your life, you got to look in that mirror a little bit more. That's just what it is. That's
But we,
accountability right here. Like, you got to. It don't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? I
I don't think
mean,
it has
I
to
can
do with
understand this getting
accountability. I
hit from
think
a
it's
different angle, but that's something
personality.
I had to teach myself.
I think it's more about a person's personality than accountability.
Personalities can change. Everybody keep acting like they just stuck being this one thing. All this stuff you can change. Just like that sign stuff I was talking about earlier. You don't have to be your signs. You could change
Your
that.
personality and the things that you
personality,
like is different than a sign. There are things that you just do and don't
Okay.
like. It's
personality,
simple.
You
personality don't really change that much.
Yeah, it doesn't change. It's just who
Um,
you are.
It's not true.
yeah, but I mean, can I speak real quick, y'all? Yeah, I believe. I mean, based upon my studies, personality really doesn't change that much, but your character, your morals, your principles, certain things, some of those things can change. Like you can be an angry person, but then identify that there's an issue, and then you learn how to manage your anger better. Or you might be dealing with some kind of trauma or some kind of toxic trait, and then you identify it and you change that. But if you're a bubbly person or antisocial, you know what I'm saying, you typically remain a bubbly person. You don't be unless something drastic happen, you don't be like turned up and bubbly, and then in 5 years now you turned down in the back of the club like that, unless something happened or something like that. That's all I'm saying. If you're an extrovert, introvert, that typically stays with you. But I'm trying to get the gist of what's the issue here with the I've been listening in. I'm trying to see, like, what's the issue here? Like, what's the main issue? Like, what are we trying to convey that we feel like either one is not getting or understanding?
It's a long story, man. You had to be here
yes.
from the beginning, but I was
No,
basically telling
I'm
my
not.
red
I
flags and stuff. So you probably just got to tone in on
Okay.
that situation, because it's long. It's
No, I'm
long.
good. It don't. That's you, Loud.
Yes, yes.
You know it don't take me that long to
No, I
comprehend.
was just saying
I
it
just
was.
need.
It's a.
I
Go on. But no, we was talking about I was talking about my red flags, right? Which I knew was gonna get a couple people. I was talking about and I mentioned a few of and one of the two that I know that was gonna have problems was the signs and the love languages. And I like I said, if you can only love or if you favorite one or two over the other five, that means you got to do some more work within yourself. It shouldn't be no favorite ones over. You should be able to accept love in all the ways, but that's when you got to accept love with yourself first. All these things you got to get to yourself first. But that's just something else though. But we can get on that. Go ahead, Mahogany. I see your hands up. Somebody was in the box.
Hey, can you hear me? Is it an echo?
I hear you.
Okay. One, what's up? How you doing?
What's the deal?
You left right when it got real
It
spicy
got
and ratchet
juicy
for
and
a
stuff.
second.
Yeah.
Yo, it really. I had to actually finally drop someone, which I try not to do, but whatever. It definitely got interesting.
We took your
Red flag.
virginity out of here. Okay.
Yo, I was in and it's crazy because then he became the victim. He's like, you only want people to agree, bruh. What are you saying? Charles is in my panel. Like, come on. But either way, I'll say for me, things that I perceived as red flags when I was out dating is and just coming from a heterosexual perspective because I date men is that one
They can be friends too.
huh.
You can do friends too if you want to. You can do red flags all around relationships and friends. Like if you have certain friends that you can't be around, different red flags on that. You can do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll start with from a domestic perspective. Uh, red flags. Lack of self control, self regulation. Lack of controlling their emotions, which I kind of feel like that all kind of like do tie in with each other. And my biggest red flag is or was any dude that I'm having a conversation with and he feels the need to tell me that he wants me to submit or need me to submit, or
Daddy, wanna
any
switch?
man. I'm sorry.
No, my bad. You keep going. My bad.
Oh, or any man who felt the need to be like, I'm alpha, I'm man. Because for me, I feel like, from what I desire in a man, I won't say real man. I feel like the man that's right for me does not need to constantly feel like he has to say that he is the man. Because if he is him, then I'm going to do what I need to do and willingly submit accordingly. For me, because I do believe in letting my man lead and submitting. Loyalty, someone who's like disloyal, I don't that's also a red flag. Like I liars, that's one of my biggest ones also. I do not like someone that lies, because for me, part of me being able to submit in my relationship is that I have to trust your word, and I have to trust what you're saying. And if I can't do that, then I cannot follow behind you. Because if you'll lie about something small, you'll lie about something big. As far as friends go, red flags is me is anyone that's like disloyal, you know, anyone who extra like you all up in my man face or something, like you being weird. I can't get with that because it's giving me wrong vibes. Liars also with them. I don't like someone who lies. And another red flag for me is any friend who I have,
Thank you.
if I hear them talk about their other friends, that's a red flag to me, especially based off how they're doing it. Like, I'm not talking about a situation where they're just like, oh, me and her got into it. I'm telling you my point, and whatever. That's not a problem. People like to vent. However, to me, it's a difference between venting and just gossiping. So anyone who I'm friends with, if I see that she likes to gossip a lot, and you're talking to me about your other friend's business and things, or you come to me and be like, oh, so and so said this
Back.
about you. I can't get with you, because my thing, that something that I always look at, like how they be like, unalive the messenger too. You come in here delivering this message, and my problem is this: Why did they feel so comfortable talking about me to you? Because if they knew you really rolled with me and you rocked with me, they wouldn't feel comfortable degrading me to you. Because more than likely, 9 out of 10, you keyed and he with their asses. They didn't just
Mm.
sit there and have a conversation about me for 10 minutes and you were like, okay, yeah, nah. You geek and he and threw in your own little comments. So I don't do weird shit. All that is like, sorry, weird mess. All that is red flags for me.
Okay. Spence, I say you was next. That
Oh,
was nice. She is. I couldn't disagree on none of those.
they gonna drag me. I got a couple of them. If she mentions anything about astrology, if she says
Facts.
boss
I just
babe,
mentioned that earlier.
if she says boss babe or independent in our first time meeting,
We
if
getting
she
somewhere tonight.
mentions, if she says emotional intelligence in any of the associations, if she's got male friends, if she owns a cell phone, uh, if she got thought friends, all red flags.
Oh man.
Can I say something, Spencer, to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think there was anything wrong with what you said. I think when they're talking like boss babe and all that, some of them are trying to pump their own. It's a mental thing. I think they're just trying to pump themselves up.
Like
Yeah, I know
Now,
Queen
they're
and
gonna
all
be.
that
I
shit.
know they're gonna be masculine off the rip.
well,
Mm.
no, well, I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, they're
remember,
gonna be masculine.
I was raised by a mom of 7, head of the household. So I have a strong arm sometimes, and I try to tame it because I have a husband that's the head of the house. So I can sound boss babe for myself because I'm trying to pump my mental state up. Because a lot of us, our mental state, hold on, our mental state, like I can pump you up, but I might not pump myself
Whoa.
up mentally, which is not good. So I can get in the mirror and videotape myself and talk my boss babe, but I don't try to be better than my counterpartner or, somebody in the streets. It's just, I think it's a mental thing. But again, like I was saying, you need to be friends so you can get to know each other before you go any further. I'll land my
Oh,
plane.
I can't because that's one of my red flags is having male friends. Men and women can't be friends.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Men
Say it
and women
again for the
cannot be
people
Understand
in the
that.
friends.
back.
Oh, you trying to
But if
shake
she
some
don't
stuff
have
tonight?
female friends, that speaks volumes too.
If she don't, yeah. So I'm gonna add that to my list. If she don't have any friends, if the friends that she have are thoughts, or if she got a bunch of male friends, all red flags.
And then the other piece is, it's kind of mine. It's kind of a combination, like off the top of Spencer's, but more in depth. Anything that she has to say that's basically trying to empower herself, because a woman doesn't have to do that. She knows that her femininity brings her power. Anytime you're trying to holler, I need to be strong. I need to be strong. You don't understand truly what strength is. See,
Well,
I'll use a perfect example. I had a German Shepherd, and of course, people have pit bulls. You see the guys walking with their pit bulls, and their pit bulls is pulling them all over the place. And they think their dog is so strong because the dog is pulling them, while my dog is walking right at my hip. They think my dog is weak because it's at my hip. It takes more strength to restrain. It takes more strength to be humble. It takes more strength to not try to be strong. It's actually an immature response to try to be strong in situations where you need to be humble. So that's one of my red flags is the way that she carries herself, the way that she moves. If she moves like a child, then she still is a child. And I have to look at it and see it as such. There's certain things that I pay attention to in her decision. And another red flag, an automatic red flag for me, if she can't conversate. If we're having
Mm.
a conversation and she gets to that point where she just got to cut me off, she got to say what she got to say, and it's consistent and it's all the time, then I know that I'm dealing with a child because she doesn't even know how to have a conversation. And that kind of goes both ways.
What about friends?
Let us talk a little bit.
Friends, friends is that's something that I'm finding out is really important because if you
No, I
can't make
mean,
adult
no, I mean, what's
friends,
your red flags to your friends? I mean, to certain friends, like friends you probably wouldn't be getting along with, something like that.
always want something.
Mm.
Always got the hand out. That
Mm.
person that every time you that you know what I'm talking about. That person when they call your phone, the first thing you say is what they want now.
let me hold $10 till Friday.
That person that is not, and this one is huge all the way around for me for
Yeah.
dating, friends, everybody. You know, do your words line up with your actions? Because I'm learning that today we're running across a lot of contradictory people. They know the right things to say, they know what they're supposed to do, but then they turn around and go do childish things.
I mean,
Um,
oh, you still
more
going?
red
What I
flags.
miss? Oh,
Oh no, I can go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Nah, I just wanted to. Nah, you good, bro? If you need to talk, you good. I thought you were done with when you paused.
who just dropped?
I kind of thought when the question came up, but you okay? I'll come back.
Uh,
All right, so yeah, I would say I agree with a lot of what y'all said, man. Not being able to communicate, and another thing is women who don't work on themselves. I guess we're talking about women. I mean, it would be go for guy
men and
friends
women.
as well. Like, yeah, just both, just friends in general. A
Yeah,
lot of
friends. Yeah.
a lot of the qualifications and red flags that I look for in a future spouse is what I look for in homeboys as well, because it when you
Yep.
close to somebody, you still got to deal with them and their ways and all of that, so it goes
Yep.
both ways. But really, I would say for male and female, men and women, friends, whether it be a woman that I'm seeking to be with or just a homie, like being accountable, like being able to admit when you wrong, when you messed up, like, hey, bro, my bad, bro, I was tripping. I'm gonna do better on that, bro. You right. You know what I'm saying? Being able to practice introspect and really examine yourself and be self-awareness. Someone who is empathetic. If you're not empathetic, then a person that's not empathetic tends to be very critical of others while missing out on their flaws and the things that they need to work on. And when you're dealing with a person that's not accountable and non-empathetic and don't know how to put themselves in other people's shoes, they only see things from the way that they see things and not try to understand things circumspectly. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that. And a person that's, when it comes to a woman that I'm trying to be with, I would say the ability to compromise, which myself included, and the ability to seek truth and not just how you feel, or allow logic and rationale to trump feelings and emotions. And of course, if I can't date somebody that's an atheist or that's not into the word of God, that's just not gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? But I would say those my top.
Hey,
Okay.
can forget about to add what my man said. Don't forget about grateful, because because like you said, cooperation. She has to be grateful. They have to be
Right,
grateful, because without
right, right.
gratefulness, you can't have appreciation.
Fact,
Without appreciation, you can't have cooperation or compromise.
fact.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
gratefulness, appreciation, thankfulness, all that, that's like they tie in together.
I
Mm-hmm.
added one. If they're
Yeah.
disrespectful to the wait staff when you go out to eat.
That's a good one. I ran into something like that. So you're right about that.
They
Yeah.
disrespectful to their family, or if they disrespectful to their
To
father.
anybody. Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So I go ahead. I guess I say my red flags again, so I can get some more people mad again. So I think there was a few one we missed, and we can go back over it again though. Um, always gotta get a call. It's all right. So, I guess I'll wait. Guess got a new guest. We can go ahead.
How you doing, big
Get
brother?
Israel. What's up, my brother?
I salute your content, big brother.
Hmm.
Yes,
I
Lord.
see. How you feeling, man? Welcome.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful, big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think another red flag if they don't take care of their kids properly. That's a
Oh,
red flag.
he came out here with gold.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
If you cook something for them and they still be picky about that, that's a red flag too. If their house ain't clean,
And I
that's a
missed it.
red
Say it
flag.
again. I missed it.
I said if you cook something for them and they be picky about it, that's a red flag.
I don't know if food garbage though, low key. We need to get some salt and pepper, and we need to figure that. Yeah,
Yeah, but
you
it's
feed
the effort
nobody
that
no.
you
I got
it's the effort. It's the effort. That's it.
Yeah, for you
I
on
got you. But
that.
okay, so my question would be, what if they, if you a bad cook, but they do it in a respectful way, like, babe, I ain't trying to be homo or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, babe, No, real talk. But anyway,
Yeah,
if they be
How
like,
it's
hey,
gonna go?
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If,
yeah. It's the
if
thought that still
yeah,
count. You know what I'm
no, but
saying?
now ain't no thought, bro. Sometimes you need to be told you need a little extra seasoning. So what I'm saying is,
I can relate.
No,
I
he's
can
saying
relate.
picky though. He ain't talking
I
about the
nah
taste bad.
I can
picky,
relate to the seasoning issue, fellas.
But
cause
what if
I
you make
tell
her
my
something
lady
that you
pick,
know she don't like?
huh?
It's
But
Nobody got that.
what if you make her something that you know she don't like?
kind of like this. Say for example, if I ain't cooking that, and I just say, you know what, I made you a sandwich or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want the sandwich, like I'll hook you up with a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
I get you. I got
It's
you
the
when you
thought
said
that
it. I get
She
counts.
too picky.
this the
You
thought,
trying to
right?
say
That's
if
all
she
that
too
matters.
picky?
That's the point. Yeah, for sure.
But you can't be mad if she humbly declines because she's not hungry.
No, I won't be mad. I
Like,
just
dog, your son was over there growling, you liar.
yeah, it's like I won't
But
get
I'm
mad
not
about it.
hungry.
I won't get mad about it, but I will at least, I will at least, like for example, if a person made me a sandwich, I'll be like, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'll still say thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like be grateful for what you, because I couldn't give you nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't give you nothing, but at least I put in the effort for you to be able to enjoy it. And if you being picky about that, I feel like then it's the small things count. That's what I'm
But
Yep.
saying.
I agree with that. I would say this though at the same time. I agree to an extent, but I would say that when you dating somebody and you talking to somebody, women typically love food. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look all across the internet, they taking pictures of their food and their breakfasts and their brunches. They love food,
Oh,
right?
that's a red flag.
Food
I'm glad
eats
you just
So,
said
first.
that.
but
Food eats first. The camera eats
I'm
first.
just saying. So if you communicating with them and you talking to them, you know they don't like peanut butter, you know they don't like ketchup, or you know they don't like a lot of salt in their food. That's gonna automatically be brought out. But I get what you saying. A person who just picky about everything,
Picky.
griping
Yep.
and grumpy.
Yep.
But at the
You
same
just
time, I
added
feel
another
like
one too.
you will weed all that out through effective communication.
Yes, sir.
You just added another one too. If they not too picky. What did you just say, Kev?
You talking about when I said you talking about
No, Kev.
Oh, he was
Kev
saying
just.
something. Dang, he did
about
just.
the
He
food,
said,
about the social media and taking pictures of
"Yeah,
everything.
taking
Oh
pictures."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's a
That's it.
big red
If
Yep.
flag.
we go out to on a dinner date and we out to date and she taking pictures of her food or she want me to take pictures and nah, that's a red
No, it's
flag.
over with. Call her up.
That's
Good
Call
a
her up
night.
red
and
flag.
Good night.
What if
I
that?
hope y'all
What if
hear
you're
this.
giving
All
her money
24 of
though?
y'all. Y'all hear this?
You ask her.
Unless
You
that's
can't.
her job. Unless that's her job. That's a red flag.
no,
Red
it's going
flag for
straight
sure.
to the friend group. It's going
But how
straight to
would
the
you
friend
know
group
it? How would you know if it's like the first date or something like that, or
because
the
you're gonna
second
send it
date?
straight to the
A
friends.
whole
Look,
phone in my
Because
face with food.
It wouldn't be in
because
your
these
face. It'd
people
be in
are
the
very
plate.
consistent. Huh?
Yeah,
It wouldn't be in
that's
your
another.
the camera wouldn't be in your face. It would be in the plate. It's like
yeah, but
some
That's the
people don't want
point.
to tell you off the jump that they're a content creator, but it's
don't
like
take the
how would
phone
you
out
know? You
ever
can't
at a date.
you can't block your blessings because if that's your first or second date, you don't know if she's a big creator or not. She
Put
could
it
be in
like
the
this.
bag.
But see, that's the thing. If God is the God
I
that
ain't
we say
listening
He
to
are,
that.
I'm not blocking no blessing because He gonna let it be known to her not to do that silly stuff in front of
Right.
me.
Don't be
So
creating on the
certain
date.
stuff that
Don't create
so
on
don't
my
try to
date.
say I'm blocking my blessing. I can't be blocking a blessing. I'm blocking a
Nah, but
curse.
watch
Cause
this.
see,
doing
Hey,
doing
hey,
content on
watch
my
this though,
date.
y'all.
Forget all that.
And I know
Hold
for a
on.
fact this might sound weird,
Hey,
but if
before I
you're a
forget,
content creator, and you just automatic like pull out your phone, I know that you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like a disrespect situation. It would be fine to be like
Right.
if the person would be like, I know I'm a content creator and I know we just got on our first date, but is it cool if I can be able to record this of our food and like actual kind of like a permission type situation? Now I'm saying being controlling or nothing like that, but it's like you want to be able to respect the person too before you
Right.
do it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Just
I'm
give a
gonna give you
heads
some
up.
lady game, ma'am, real quick. If you ever go on a date with a man that you're really feeling, right? Let him see you put your phone on silent and put that phone up and don't even look at it or touch it the whole meal.
My phone isn't my purse when I'm on a date, so I don't really.
Well, I know, but I'm saying let him see you put it on silent. Like make sure he's looking right. Flip that little switch, throw it right in the bag, and put it off to the
hey,
side. I'm telling you, you're gonna get
I'm gonna
That's
tell.
weird though. I
Hey,
don't
I'm
know
gonna tell
about
y'all
letting.
I
this.
don't. He don't need to see me
Hey,
put
hold
it on
on,
Oh,
y'all.
you
silent
trying to
because he's
prove
not
something
even
to me? I'm
because
gonna,
he's
I'm gonna
not
read through that.
he's not gonna see the phone at all because it's gonna be in my purse
Oh,
before I
hold on. Let me
even
show you
like.
this.
Hey,
Right.
let me say this,
Yeah,
y'all, right quick
that's too much.
before I
That's
forget.
too,
And
and,
before I
and,
forget,
and this
hey,
might
before I
this
forget,
might
hold on, before I forget, bro, real talk, cause y'all gonna like this one. I can't stand when women or men or whoever, but women do it a lot, bro. Like if we going through something, they start making stories, like, cause they make stories about what y'all went through. Like to talk to you instead of telling you about it, they go to Instagram or Facebook and they make it
oh
a
yeah.
post so their whole family and all their friends can see it.
Yes.
They don't
Yeah,
know what you're
that's a
talking
big
about, but for you to see,
Oh, you mean
instead of
like
them coming
subliminal
and
messages?
yeah, instead of them coming to you and saying, "Babe, you aggravated," they'll be
They'll
like,
put a song up, put some
or
Keisha
no,
Cole.
not just a song. They'll put a whole post with
A
A
words
whole
of it, and
post,
they'll be
freaking
yeah.
saying,
What's up,
post.
though,
red.
hoes? What's
they'll
going
be
on,
like,
That's a big
man?
red flag.
"Dang, big dog, you
What's the
all right,
deal,
homie?"
Skeet?
Yeah, man. I know I'm probably
Okay,
about
but
to
how old
sound
are
like
those women that are
very
doing that?
weird
Because
to
at a
you,
certain
man, but
Hey,
age,
hold on, big dog. I'm talking though, fam.
got
That's
me
a red
gang.
flag,
God,
homie.
God got me to send a message out to the whole
That's
world,
a
man.
red flag, homie. Hey, that's a red
He woke
flag though,
me up
big
in-
out
dog.
of my
interrupting
sleep
is a red flag.
Hey,
to
big
tell the
bro.
whole
That's
world
hey, big bro.
that
We raised
Jesus
this
been
boy.
misleading us all. Jesus is a woman, yo,
Nah,
No,
let's
no, he's
come on,
not.
Man,
y'all.
and
come
Come on,
on,
Lucifer is a
bro.
Yeah, you
god.
gotta
big
lay off
bro.
the lean, my
Come
guy.
on, bro. Come on, bro. That ain't weed. That's shrooms, homie. On my mama.
It's not
Listen, bro.
doing it all
Hey,
together in one big cocktail.
listen, bro.
Another thing is if a person
Let me
automatically.
just shut up and go off, cause y'all ain't listening.
Another thing is when a person use like too much substance abuse, like too much alcohol or too much them tweeds, you know what I'm saying, or too much alcohol and too much tweeds. That's a red flag to me. If you gotta
Cigarettes.
Can I
wake up,
can I say something on that real quick?
look, if you gotta wake
And
up and do
no,
it, go to
vape,
sleep and do it,
them
and then
vaping all day and
man,
hookahing all day, bro.
no,
Vape.
that's a
Go to
red
sleep
flag to
with the
me.
vape. Wake up with the
I'm gonna say that vape in the
vape,
bed.
hitting the
Still
vape
looking
all
for the.
day long. Damn, bro. Put the vape up.
I'm
That's a
stressing.
general.
As soon
I
as I
Oh
hear
think
them
I
man,
words, I'm
think vape,
stressing, I'm
cigarettes,
out of there.
weed, alcohol. I feel like if you have to do certain things in excess, like you have
All
a
right,
problem.
Spence.
Like you have to, if you have to do certain things in excess, like you have an issue. Like I personally don't like. I won't really entertain anybody that like smokes weed or anything like that because personally, that's not like my life path. But it's like if you are around people, like even friends, like if you have to smoke
mm-hmm.
before you, like when you wake up, before you leave
Mm-hmm.
the house, before you go to work, before you go to a function, while you're at the function, like you have an issue. And people try to say that weed is not addicting. It's addicting
That's
because
Yes,
you
addiction,
man,
yeah.
have to
it is.
constantly be intaking
Yep.
some type of substance to feel something or to get
Yep.
you through the day. Like I cannot be around that. Like I don't drink,
Yep.
and it's
See,
like I don't like hanging out with people that like have to drink to get drunk. Like
Mm.
that's the reason why I stopped drinking because like the people that always wanted to hang out, they always wanted to go to the club, they always wanted to get lit, and it's like, what happened to just having one drink and just conversating, just
Mm.
social, like one drink, perfectly fine. We don't got to get drunk. First of all, we too
I,
old for that. Like I got enough issues. I don't need to add a hangover to that. It's just
Right.
not cute. It's not cute at all. Like you got to leave that in the college years. Okay, like maybe, but like once you hit a certain age, like you really got to figure it out. Like that's definitely a
real
red flag for
talk.
me.
Yeah. So, okay, if everybody done, I'm gonna do my red flags real quick. I'm gonna say it over again. But before I do that though, I want for the people that's in the box, if y'all can do the hashtag FYP. We're trying to get some peoples up in here, get on this For You page. And can y'all on the outside, not the people that's in the box, on the outside, people outside the box, y'all give me the 10K likes real quick. So I get it going, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and get these red flags on and see if I can trigger some more people. Cause so with my stuff, right? Which I'm gonna ask y'all the reasons for it. I wanted to say the base, and the base, yeah, that's what it is on the question. So I'm gonna tell you my base of my whole situation before I say my red flags, because I ain't say my base, because I realize all my red flags kind of wrap around peace. Because I realize peace is my number one thing in this, like that I need over everything in my life. So that's where my red flags came from. So my red flags, I had mentioned it earlier. So with mine is the first one. The horoscopers. I can't deal with the horoscopers because I'm big on accountability and stuff, and the way people use horoscopes and all that, um, they blame all their situation or their character, personality, whatever you want to call it, they blame it on their sign. I'm this way because of that, and you know us, we're stubborn. You know this,
Bad,
I'm two-faced. You know all this, huh?
bad.
You
That's
know
bad.
all this I can't do that. I'm big on accountability, so I can't, like I said, I mentioned earlier that it was cute and all that when we was kids. It was fun and games. Oh, you this, I'm that, team this, team that, or whatever, and us a mess over you and all that stuff. Yeah, it was cute back then, but as an adult now we doing the same thing and say I can't get with this person because of that or whatever, because it's everybody's fault but you all the time, man. So I can't. That's one of my number ones and stuff. I had to realize. So if I trigger some people, it is what it is. I don't do them horoscopers. My other one is attention seekers. So it kind of mentioned. It was kind of the things that y'all was talking about earlier about the people that got to take pictures of their food. That's not content creators, but the ones that got to take pictures of their food, the ones that got to, oh yeah, when I look on the app, as soon as I see your chest sticking out, X. If I see you got to show your chest. I'm gonna keep it like that. Show your chest just to get some attention. If you got to sexualize yourself, you got to get attention. You got to have your tongue out. If you got to
Bad,
show the booty sink effect, X. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. That's a red flag.
bad.
Oh.
Keep going. You eat.
He said,
Proof.
oh man. So that's attention, right? And then I just mentioned about the love language thing, man, because as I grew and started doing more healing within myself, and I ain't gonna lie. I think one of the ones I was looking at first, the tops, right? The top or whatever, it was probably physical touch because, of course, in a relationship, you always gonna want to be a hug or somebody. But the thing is, I'm like, why do I prefer this over the rest of the four? You know what I'm saying? So the more I adjust my mind, and I was like, you know what? Personality or not, I need to be grateful for with any type of love I get. You know what I'm saying? As long as I see them trying or they trying to put some type of effort, I'm not gonna be picky on how somebody love me because this is my personality. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know how to learn how to love or be accepting of all five of the ways, that's when I had to, like I said, I had to start learning and understanding myself more and be able to give myself all five of those things before I ask for anybody for it. You know what I'm saying? So my personality is all five. You know what I'm saying? So I,
Say
I
it
mean, I
again
could
for
I
the
could
people
take
in the
all of
back.
it. So
You said
that's
a
my
mouthful right there. Say that again for the people in the back, bro. You need to say it again.
He said, say it again. Okay. Well, like I said, if you can't love all five of those ways, man, and you can only pick one or the two out of them, and I'll run them down. Then I'll run them down there real quick. To tell you all the five and stuff. So if you're gonna learn it, cause like, let me see the five love languages. Because you got to learn how to love off. The more you start learning yourself and understanding yourself, you will see and being more grateful of love itself, and you be accepting of the way you're getting it because you're gonna see the effort, which is one of the key words I think my man used down there. So it's about that effort, man. It ain't about this what gets me the most. You know what I'm saying? Why do it get you the most? Ask yourself that. That's why I be trying to get people to ask yourself why this. Why you got to take pills for this? Why you got to smoke a cigarette? Why you ask why? It's not. It's always a reason behind everything. Why you stressing? Why all this stuff? Ask yourself that. So, all right, acts of services. If you find that's more than ever. You dang near looking for you. You like when people, I guess, do all type of stuff for you or whatever. I like that you clean the house or something. I don't know, stuff or whatever for them. If that's on top, I think that's like dang this slavery mentality and stuff. I like when you do things for me. Do stuff for yourself. All right, all this stuff gotta be for yourself. Receiving gift. That most of the time to be gold diggers and all that or whatever. And I'm going to the extreme on all of them, right? But I'm just saying it's a slight. It don't even have to really be extreme. But when you pick any of these, this is like the top of the version of each one. Quality time. Most of the time, them are the people that use quantity time. I mean, they use quantity time. Them the ones that want. It don't be quality time. It be most of the time is quantity. So they want to see you every second. You can't go work out. We need to spend time or whatever. Like dog, give people a break. Even when I figured out that kinkiness. That's an insecurity. People be bragging about that. I'm kinky and all that stuff. That's an insecurity. why? Why I gotta be under you? Why you gotta be under me every last second? Give me a break. Both of us need a hobby. We need something to do rather than just us doing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're sounding weird. I don't know, but we doing each other, I guess. Whatever. But you got to find you another hobby than just your partner. Just like I can mention my saying I say all the time, that your significant other should be an addition to your life, not an addiction to your life. So people be so addicted to their partner and all that stuff that they have no other hobby. You are me. You make me. You complete me. You shouldn't be talking like that. So yeah, kinkiness, that's not cool. That you find yourself you are not kinky, clingy. You find yourself real clingy and stuff, that most of the time it's a insecurity about that. You gotta let your partner breathe sometimes. Y'all gotta figure out how to miss each other sometimes. So quality time, they don't really be quality time when the people be saying it's a quantity time. Words of affirmation, like I mentioned earlier before, with the top of that, most of the time it's a person that's blinded to seeing actions. They need the words all the time. And I'm always go back. I'm gonna keep saying that I feel like it's more towards the kids that need that stuff, because you got to let them know that I love you. You are a beautiful woman. You're a handsome young man. You get, because they don't really know what it really is. So you have to talk to them. And as an adult, there's no excuse behind it. You should be able to read the signs and know. And that's the reason why people like so much. And we gonna get on another whole level. I mean, we gonna get on part 3 about that, which I figured out about that, because the people with vetting skills is horrible. And that's the reason why they need all these things, or they can't see it because they can't, they don't understand themselves to even understand somebody else. So I did words of affirmation. Most of the time, that's an insecurity, and because they blinded to actions, and then they be the same ones be talking about actions speak louder than words, but then you need that. So all right, physical touch, hornballs most of the time. You know what I'm saying? If that's the one of your top ones, that's you always want to. Yeah, I need you to touch me to know that it's real. I need this and all that stuff to know this. So all right, so now we broke it down. So my thing is, it should be an even balance on it, or it should be an even acceptance of it. It shouldn't be one outweighing the other and all that. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to be, like I said, be able to accept it all 5 of those ways. And it's probably more ways of love, but love, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to accept of it. That's the whole thing. So all right, that's the reason why that's my red flag on that one. I had to learn that later. But anybody want to go some more? Because I probably got some more red flags I could think
Yes, sir.
about.
I'm gonna keep going. Let me get in this thing. You already you did everything, like all that was right there with check marks, check. And matter of fact, it made me think on the other side. It made me think like, yeah, I need to be able to think like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that I did miss out. But now since I didn't listen to what you said, I'm like, yeah, you right about that. You know what I'm saying? And I need to be able to have that same mindset too. So thank you so much, big brother.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
appreciate you.
tongue rings, red flags. Tongue rings and red flags. I do not like that. Too many tattoos, that's red flags right there. You feel
Wait,
what I'm
what?
saying?
I missed that first one. What was that first one?
Tongue
Tongue
ring.
ring. Oh, that's red flags,
Ooh.
big bro. Yes, sir. Tongue rings are red flags. That means
Oh, tongue rings. Oh yeah,
yes,
that's a
sir.
thought.
Yeah,
What
that's a
up,
red flag.
Warlock?
That means they've been doing
Oh,
they good at what they do. The another thing is too many tattoos. Too many tattoos, that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to still be able, even though you get your tattoos, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have homeboys I'm with, that's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? But when you with something, like if you with a significant other and you kind of at your professional, waiting on that you still have tattoos, but you with somebody that has a lot of more tattoos than you have, it kind of makes you look a little bit bad. You know what I'm saying? Loud mouths. That's red flags. You know what I'm saying? You do not need to be around nobody that got loud mouth, because that means they automatically toxic.
Facts.
Uh, Another thing is red flags. This got to be the red flags. The different hair colors. That's red flags right there.
He
I
getting
got.
so.
I
Remember he said that. I ain't
look,
say that.
hey, look, different hair colors with all that
I feel you
greenish
though.
and all that blue stuff, and you 37, you in your 30s, and you still having different kind of hair colors. That's not gonna work with me. That's gonna fly, because I'm already
Good
like, I'm
looks,
too
man.
old to be doing that. That's
So
like for
are you
kids or
giving
something.
red flags or are you just giving your preference? Because it sounds like you're giving your preference.
I think
No,
all red flags is a preference. That's
yeah,
everybody.
yes, yeah. Another one is
There should be a
when you
differentiate. There you should be able to differentiate between a red flag and a preference, because
No,
you're saying
it's a
that
difference between
I'm
preferences
stepping
and
out, hold
boundaries. I can get that. I get you on that. Like boundaries and standards. That's the
having a
difference
lot
between.
of tattoos is a red flag, but how does that make it what makes having a lot of tattoos a red flag?
Okay.
See, you
well,
mean
you got
like I want to be seen? Sorry.
Another.
I got you. Okay. What
yeah.
was your? Yeah, we can say why. Just you can say why. So why you say that?
Well, I think it's like even though you have all these tattoos or whatnot, I just feel to me I feel like that's a red flag on my end. I'm not having no preference or anything like that. Like I'm just saying that it's a red flag because it's just too many. Like it's too many. You have them all on your face and stuff like that. Like come on, man.
It's
Yeah,
unattractive or something.
having it on your
Yeah.
face, I could
Mm.
understand that being an issue. But I don't think having a lot of tattoos, because it's like if you like tattoos, if that's something that you like to get, then I don't see
Yeah.
an issue.
Yeah, that's to him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody different though, so you can't really tell him what he feels.
That's why I'm saying
So
why. That's why I'm saying like how like what makes that a red flag? Because for me, a red flag for me is something that is a trait that somebody has that you know makes it so that way they're not able to grow. It's something that's hindering
yeah,
their personal growth. So having a
yeah.
lot of tattoos, I don't see that as hindering somebody's personal growth because we see a lot of people that are sleeved up. They have tattoos everywhere, but like you would never know if they're wearing a suit.
Yeah, like I said, that's how he feel. That's all it is. You can't. I get you got your way of how you look at it, but it's obvious. I read through that. It's just more. It sound like with him, it sound like it's unattractive. That's all he's saying. That's. I mean, I just took my time just to listen to what he was saying though, but I can get why he's saying it, even though that's his form of a red flag. That's what it is. Everybody got their own preference with red flags. That's why I'm listening to every last person is to see what it is to try to, I guess, make sense out of it or whatever. But
Yeah,
what else
and
you got, my brother?
another one is red flags is when somebody when they come outside with the bunnies and the house shoes and this is me with the sleeping clothes, the sleeping gowns coming to stores and stuff like that. With just no, that's not gonna fly. Still leave out the house professional. Don't come out with your weave under the bonnet and stuff like that, and you coming out with your house shoes and sleeping clothes and stuff, jumping in the car, and that's a red flag to me. That's just a red flag.
Hmm. Okay, I can do my one more before I
I
start shake the room.
Add
Huh?
to that, dropping their kids off in their pajamas and stuff like that is a real, yeah. Because I used to be a Head Start teacher, and I'm like, oh my God, you couldn't put your clothes on to bring your child to school for real. You gonna come to school but
Dang.
no, the killer part is that same parent to come back and still have them same nasty pajamas on. So you done slept in this
Oh
all night, and
my!
now you done ran through the whole day, and now
With
you
the grease
coming back
stain
to
on
pick the kid up with them still nasty things on. That's a red flag.
it. Oh my!
Hey,
All right, so I'm gonna do one more, then I'm gonna let my boy Warlock. So I had to do a few of my red flags so I can shake the room up. So my other one is what somebody kind of mentioned with that about the restaurant thing. So overall, I think I think it's the fourth one I'm on is people that don't know how to and I mentioned this earlier too, that don't know how to avoid confrontation. I feel like that's a big problem. That person or that you got the girl that's always like, oh, so you ain't gonna do nothing about that, or you ain't gonna bag yo, so you gonna let him talk to you, gonna punk you out, or you got to even if it's a dude like that, like bro, you a little wussy or something. Like person that want to instead of saying things like they not worth it. This not worth it. I mean, check this person another day. You ain't got to do all that or something. Someone that don't know how to let you get away from a situation. The one that want to ignite the fire. You know what I'm saying? That people that um versus this, they always want to be competitive and all this. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. A person that don't know how to avoid confrontation. That's like my fourth biggest red flag. I could think of some more, but I'm gonna get everybody going. Oh, matter of fact, no, it's just two more people. So Warlock and the Gen, you can go ahead.
What's going on, WB?
What's good, my brother?
How's everybody on the panel? I'm gonna say this. I have a couple, honestly, and one is that you still talk to your exes that you had a bread that you had.
Mm.
And two is when you don't protect me. Now, it goes back to what you was just saying in reference to not knowing how to de-escalate,
Mm.
not knowing how to use your quote unquote feminine ways on me to calm me down. Those are red flags to me. Other than that, it's really not too much of anything else because I heard people say tattoos. Now the pajama thing, yeah, I can't go with that. Yeah, but that's not a red flag, because if I see her doing that, I wouldn't approach her ass anyway. So, but the tattoos thing, my ex-wife had one when once we got married, she wound up having 6. However, the tattoos were of family members that passed. They were like names and birth dates. So the escalation of the tattoos really isn't a big thing for me, as long as they really have some type of real significant meaning and they're not in a place that everybody can see. You know what I'm saying? She got the tattoos on her ribs. So nobody's gonna see it but me, unless she wears a 2-piece bathing suit. So those are my only 2 real red flags. Like I said, once again, I'm an older guy, so you know, I just don't deal with all of that crap.
Oh man, pretty privileged in the building. I ain't seen her in 100 years.
How old are you, fella?
That's all I got for you.
Okay,
How old are
it's
you?
about to get. Hey, I bet you some more pop up soon too. Just give it some time.
Who asked me how old am I?
Let's mirror check right next to you.
Oh, I'm 55.
Okay, 48.
All right, cool.
Okay. I'm 33. Don't call me no baby.
You is.
But
You lying.
I don't need to.
Hey guys.
I'm trying, you know.
Jean. Hello, sir.
Whoa, you must have answered the phone or something. You got a echo. Hold up, I'm about to
Hold on.
drop you and bring you back. You got a super echo. You must have answered a phone call or something, or on her phone. Let me see how to bring it back up. This girl Terry always out in the streets with somebody. He said,
Another red
Sir?
flag to me is that when a woman be around her friends and her friends be just gossiping about her man, I don't like that. Because they mess up everybody's relationships. You know what I'm saying?
why is her,
Mute
what the
up.
heck?
Mute up.
Okay, is this better?
I don't know what's going on.
Now?
Your phone is echoing like crazy. What? Did you must got me on the speaker.
Yeah, I got you on my car.
That's what it is. I'm like, no, my turn. Like it was. All right.
What, you hear echo?
Yeah, it's most definitely delaying. I can hear the delay. But what's your red flags?
My red flag is a man, I'm older, right? I have grown children, but a man that doesn't like the fact that my ex-husband, both of my children's father, we're still cordial and friendly to one another. We correspond at least once a month to check in on each other. That's an issue for me. It's also an issue for me when he can't be cordial to his child's mother or children's mothers.
Mm.
Um, that tells me not a whole lot of growing together as parents for the betterment of their children, their offspring. Also, when I hear a man say he left his daughter or daughters to their mothers to raise, big red flag for me. That's a huge one for me. A grown man over 35 that dresses in hats and matching shoes and jerseys and all that tells me he's very immature.
Ooh. Shake the room up.
I'm going
If
back
a
on mute.
man, hold on. If a man doesn't have at least 2 to 3 suits, can't deal with that either.
Ooh.
And them suits can't look like he's the defendant.
Right? He has a fly car, but he has no other lines of credit, or the lines of credit he has are maxed out. Yeah, I've already touched on if he doesn't have a blessed relationship with his kid's mother. And you kind of hit on it. If I'm on a date and somebody looks at him weird and he wants to take a little scuffle outside, that's the last date. You have no
Facts.
control.
Nice.
And if we have conversations and I don't learn from you, I don't have any business being in your life. I need a man to teach me some stuff. And if he can't stimulate me in that aspect, I ain't got time for him. And if a man is not willing to learn, I don't have time for him either. That's it.
Okay, nice. Did I get everybody? I think so. We can get to the second question. I think I got everybody. Y'all all good on the second? Y'all ain't hear nothing because we can get on the second question.
Yeah, it's one more. It's
Everybody.
just one more. If I meet you at
Yeah.
the look, if I come and meet you on a date and you come over here just to eat some food and not really trying to give me no attention, I'm gonna leave you at that restaurant with the receipt because that's a red flag.
Hey, you sound like that situation we were just talking about some months ago, a couple of months ago, with the restaurant girls and stuff. Man, can't go to this restaurant and stuff. They be swearing a good restaurant gonna get some good personality or something or a good
Man,
character. That's
man, look,
silly.
I just saw a video
I got a good one.
with the oysters, man.
I,
Lady came through and ate damn near 40 oysters in his face, just slopping, just eat. And that's another thing. If you eating like you starving in front of me, that's a red flag.
yeah, I got another one. The way that she talk, her communication is very key to just a red flag. And I do it. I mean, it go both ways. But if she cuss more than the dude,
I
if
was
she
just
call
about to
herself
say
a
that.
B, if she call herself a B, if she talk about, and this go for men and women, if they talk about themselves in the third person, well, I'm gonna leave you with that person. I'm gone because you already got somebody else. You don't need me.
Another one, one more.
My boy got the voice story.
Look, and one more. If you playing that thotty music and you bumping and nod your head into this stuff, like it's like you live when you bobbing and singing it the way you singing it, it's like that makes me feel like that you living that life for real.
Oh, if
Like
you do that,
that
it's over.
Well,
thotty music, yeah, I
Hell
don't play
yeah.
with that. That's a red
I
flag.
can't.
If I see them two fingers, that's a red flag. I ain't doing it. You more masculine than me.
Oh, I got a good one for you. I got a good one for you. If you got a bunch of, like my man said earlier about the man friends, if you got a bunch of males around you and this my son, but he ain't really my son, and this my cousin, and this my, yeah, okay, you cool. I'm gonna leave you with all them. You
Bad,
got enough men in your life. You don't need me.
bad, bad.
But it's not offense.
Oh, I thought about it. Spizzo ain't say nothing. I just thought about that. You was supposed to tell your red flag. All right, what's the deal, my brother?
What's going on, Mike? I'm saying my red flags or
Yeah, you on it. I forgot. I ain't even get you yet. I don't even think Crazy Bread went. I just skipped over two people. Right, I got to
nah,
get you
Big
that
had
Crazy
took
Bread.
mine, man. I was gonna say women that use a lot of profanity. That's a red flag. Cause why
I
you?
was about to say that. I think the
That's a
more I
big
start
one.
being laid back on cussing and stuff, it's so unattractive when I see women cuss now to me and stuff. It's just, I'd be like, ugh, I don't know. But I
Yeah.
feel you on that.
And then I did say something in the comments, so I gotta address it. So
Uh-oh.
a red flag of mine is a woman that requires something all the time.
Mm,
That's a red flag of mine. Like, why can't we just get together and vibe? Something like if I want to take you out, why we got to conversate about it? I'm doing that. I'm coming and bring you out to get away from work. I don't want to talk about working in business deals and stuff. I'm not going out with an executive. I'm getting to know you. You know,
mm.
that's a red
Well,
flag. Like I
well,
just
like Rick about to say something else again. I see this stuff on mute. He be getting new ones every time. I
Look,
seen it too. I seen that mutant.
I cut my mic off. I had cut my mic. I'm finna jump in, but then I just cut my mic off. But hey, I
Go
swear.
ahead and get it out.
Let me shut up.
No, hey, I got a real good one for you, and this is for them always looking for a provider. If she can't pay her own dang on bills,
Mm, mm,
that's hey. If she can't pay her own bills, I'm in a situation now with a friend, and I'm well with an associate, and I can't wait for this situation to end. And it's like I seen it. I knew what was coming. I'm like, you can't take. You're not responsible. You are irresponsible as heck. I seen it coming.
that's facts though.
It's red flag.
mm.
There's something always wrong with her car. That's a red flag.
If she got if the bottom of her feet is dirty,
Anybody
that's a
go
red
a little.
flag.
It got you crazy.
You hear
If
me,
she
kid?
let her,
Say it
if
again.
she let her kids come outside walking in her
And she ain't
pampers,
been walking barefoot, and she got or the bottom of her socks is dirty. That's a red flag.
hey, if they let their kids come out in their pampers and no shirts and no pants or nothing, just walking around pampers, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Flag.
Giggity.
That's a red flag.
Oh my.
Another
Oh
red
my. You
flag.
about to make the whole room jump to 300
Look,
tonight.
look, another red flag. If she got a certain skin tone and she put on the brightest lipstick she can find, that's a red flag. You see,
You about to make this room jump for real. I like being alone too often. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all on the roll right now. I got at least let Crazy Bird go in real quick, see what she got. What you got for the men and the friends? Crazy Bird?
Oh, okay. I was trying to unmute myself. For me, I agree with the young lady underneath me. Just one thing she left out. If he smokes weed, it's a no for me.
Ooh, we kind of mentioned that earlier about the smoking. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She said that's all
and
she got.
yeah, she just reminded me. And if he has to have more than 3 drinks at dinner, it's a no go.
Ooh, ooh.
He drinks
My,
alcohol.
I'm finna go in. I'm finna
If
go
he
in.
Uh
lacks
oh.
self control,
If,
that's an issue too.
if they
Lack
Ooh.
of
always
self control, can't do it.
Self
And
control, all
and
that.
also so I'm Christian. So when I'm on the apps and I swipe right on a guy because his profile says that he's also Christian, he's a man of God, he's a fearing man of God, and then I tell him I'm celibate until I'm married, and he gets upset. That's a
Team
red flag.
celibate. Let's go.
Because why are you upset that I'm preserving my body for my husband? That makes no sense. And when they question whether or not I'm a virgin, that's a red flag. Because why are you in my past for? Mind your business. Stay in your lane.
Oh, you
Nah,
know
that's
what?
okay. Let me say my red flag.
nah,
When you
that's
scared
not.
to say your past, that's a red flag.
Well, if I say no, because if I
That's
say
a
I'm
red
married,
flag.
You
no,
hide or
if I
something. You
no, it's not a
scared.
red flag. It's not a red flag
Hold
because
on,
if my
Red
profile
flag.
says no, hold on. If
That's the
my
reason
profile
why a lot of
says
y'all
if I
mess
say
up
that
on the
I'm
men
not
that y'all
married,
bed because y'all
who,
don't look at his past.
if
hold on,
I
who
if
said
I
that?
Somebody
say
background
I
going.
don't
I
know who
can't
said
hear
that.
nothing.
I can't hear anything, somebody's echoing.
Who said that?
So what I'm saying is
What
that
the
like
freak?
if I tell a guy I'm not having sex again until marriage, key
Oh,
word is
see, you didn't say
again.
again. You just said you weren't having sex.
I said I'm celibate till marriage.
However,
But
hold on,
celibate and
John.
abstinence is two different things. So celibate means that you've already had sex and you're now choosing to wait.
Okay, so what I'm saying is herein lies the problem with gentlemen. Okay, if all right, you've already given your body to somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't require them to marry you for whatever reason it was,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now here comes this other dude later on in life. Don't know how many people you've had before him, but yet you are gonna make him freaking wait now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
Because we could all change our minds. Just like how
dead
you can
hard.
go to
I get
how
that, but what I'm saying to
you
you
can
is
go to
you are
McDonald's, Taco
entitled to change
Bell,
your mind at any given point in time you choose.
right?
You get what I'm saying? However, if a guy gets upset or mad, his thought process is, you didn't gave the cookie away to I don't know how freaking many people. Now you requiring me to wait?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that you're going to understand it. I'm not saying that it's right, wrong, or indifferent. But I'm just telling you that's how guys are going to think.
No, I understand how I understand. Trust me,
So,
I've been
so
dealing
that's a red
with
flag
this for
towards one
the
another. Then I mean, I
I've
can
been
get
dealing
both
with this
ends. Cause
for the past year. I've been explaining
But
myself for the past year to these dudes or whatever.
it's
And
not so
the
much as a
fact that
red flag.
the point though is that
Mhm.
the key word is that I'm a Christian. So when I'm meeting other people on the apps that say they're a Christian, and I tell, if you're not a Christian, it don't apply to you. That's the point, right? So the point is that I'm telling this to men that are on dating apps that are saying that they are Christian, that are letting the masses know that they have given their life to Jesus Christ. So
Mhm.
when I match with them and I tell them, oh, one of the reasons why I matched with you was because I also see that you're a Christian. You put in your bio that you are a fearing man of God. So
Mhm.
what is a fearing woman of God? That tells me that you read your Bible, you believe what it says, and you adhere to
all
what
right,
it's
MJ.
telling you, right? You can't get
Right.
mad at me when I tell you that I'm celibate, because as a fearing man of God, you should already know what that means. You should already know that I gave the body away for whatever reason, and
Honestly, they should
when
be
I did,
excited.
I made a deal with him
Exactly. I
that
about to say that too.
says that says that I will not give my body away again until I'm married. If you're not a Christian, it don't apply to you,
Can I
right?
ask you a
But
question?
I
it's the
wouldn't say
fact that
that.
it's
I
men
wouldn't
Now,
that
say
are
a Christian
putting
though.
in their bio that they are
well,
Christian.
see, I wasn't saying that particular. I was just saying that's how a man is going to think about it first and foremost. So I wasn't
Because no,
questioning
yeah, I
that part.
understand. I
Caleb, can
understand.
I
I ask
wasn't
you a question?
questioning that
But
part.
that'll be a man
So
that lacks self control though. So I can get
Self-control.
that though, because a
But
lot of men
yeah,
don't got
yeah,
control and
that's what
stuff.
I'm
It's rare
saying.
that you
Like,
find another celibate man, because I've been celibate for the 3 years, so I know that's kind of rare. So I do understand. I would say that she should stick her guns, and if a dude think that way, right, you
oh,
don't need to be around
absolutely.
that guy anyway.
oh,
So it's
I
a
done
red
got all
flag
your
on both
Oh,
ends. To
I
him,
lo-
that'd
I
be a
A
red
red
love
flag.
flag
I
To
because
her,
he's
that'd
not
be a
love
red flag.
honest. It's
I
a
got
red
all
flag
I
y'all.
because he's
love
not
I
honest.
lo-
But
right,
Right. That's
what?
what I'm
I
saying. It
love
work
when
on
they
both.
catch that because it's just one less person. It's just one less person I'm just weeding through them. So
So Caleb,
I love when they, huh?
my question to you is, what do you say when they ask you about your background? Like, do you just cut the conversation off altogether, or is there some type of rebuttal? Like, what's your response when
No,
somebody asks you?
Oh, I'm
I don't
glad you
cut
went
the
back to that one.
conversation off. No,
Oh,
I don't cut
that's
the
where I was gonna
conversation
go.
off right then and there, because usually what'll happen is that, like, we'll match, the introduction or whatever, and I'm upfront because I don't want to waste nobody's time, and I understand that this is the times that we're in. It's hypersexualized right now, so it's like I let it be known up front, like, the reason that I swiped right on you is, what your profile says. You say that you're Christian. I'm also a Christian. I take my faith seriously. Blah blah blah.
So
But
wait,
before we
Caleb,
go any further, I let them know, like, I'm celibate until married. I'm not having sex again until I'm married. 9 times out of 10, they ask me, "Oh, are you a virgin?" And I say, "No, I'm not a virgin. I'm not." But it usually doesn't go past that, because then because then, how Warlock said, then they start questioning, oh, like, why, like, what changed, whatever. And that's where I run into the issue, where it's like, why am I even explaining this to you when you put in your profile that you are a man of God? You should
Well,
know
I can get
why.
it.
I
I can
get
get
it.
it because
The whole
somebody
thing.
asked me that too, though. I mean, but they want to know, like, just because some people want to do that because they probably caught a disease or something. I mean, it is good to explain why you're doing it, though.
Yeah.
You gotta still
But the
explain it, though.
reasoning why is because I'm a Christian, and because,
Yeah,
I mean,
you can just
I
say that. You know what I'm
explain
saying? You can
I
say
do
that though. But
explain that. I say that, I gave my
yeah,
life back to Christ,
yeah.
and I'm
I'm
deciding to
about.
wait.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't need to question if I'm a virgin, though. Like, that's not necessary.
Okay,
Like,
I
Oh,
get
that's
what you're
So
weird.
saying. Yeah,
here's
I
the
get
thing.
what
and
you're
Here's the thing, Calypso.
and it happens every, like, with, like, clockwork. Like, I can't tell you how many
Now you getting
screenshots I
somebody that's trying to
have.
smash? Then that's the thing.
Oh,
Here's the thing, Calypso, and the whole scheme of things. Okay, you're looking at things from your perspective, and you can't look at it from our perspective in reference, because you're saying that it's not necessary for them to know, or they shouldn't ask this or they shouldn't ask that. You're looking at things from your perspective and how you see it and what you've gone through and what you've decided. That's just like when somebody irritates you, right? And you start yelling and cursing, and they're
it's
trying to
not about
dictate you.
it's more so, sorry to cut you off, I know where you're going, but it's more so the motive as to why they're asking. Because I was on a different live a while ago or whatever, when they're talking about body counts and stuff like that, and when I was on that panel, something that I've realized, that it's not the body count that matters, that people are truly worried
Mm-hmm.
about. It's the history. I
There you
understand that
go.
you want to know how many, if I'm known in the community. I understand that you want to know if I'm clean. So it's like, if that's truly what you want to know, skip the small talk and ask what you truly want to know. If you
Okay.
want to
Well,
if
see,
you want to know
I'll tell
if
you
you
what
want
the
to know,
history
am I
is.
clean, then you ask, like, oh, when was the last time that you got tested? Not that it would matter,
okay.
because I'm celibate,
I'll tell
I,
you.
right?
I'll tell you
that's
what the
not where
history
I was
means.
going. That's
Yeah.
give me 1 second, Mary Check. That's not where I was going, but I'll let you. I'll let you have that because
So, sorry, go ahead. Where
I
were you
haven't
going
been
with it
able to
then?
complete a thought since I was talking. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Go ahead, Mary Check.
Yeah. I was just chiming in, for what you were saying about the I'm sorry, what was it,
Kayla,
Cage? Yeah. What were you just saying?
which part?
The about the Oh, about the history. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why and see, this is part of the vetting process that women are messing up on. You're not checking a man's history. You're not you're more future and not paying attention to his past. Because if you look at a person's past, there's a lot of times you can see patterns. And as men, we're good at seeing patterns. So that's why we want to know your history. Because we want to know, are you out of that pattern of your whole phase? Or are you just still in your whole phase and you just trying to manipulate and trick me? So
Mm.
that's a red flag. Because if it's nothing to
Even
be,
after
if
being
it's
told
nothing to
that.
be, but check it out, check it out. If it's nothing, if you, because this is the thing, you ask me anything about my past, I'll tell you about it because there's no shame there. If you
Facts.
don't want to talk about your past, it's because there's
Absolutely.
shame there. And if there's shame there, I have no time to deal with you because narcissists don't like to deal with shame.
Right.
Agree.
You
And
get to
that's
get
Absolutely.
married, be
But
throwing
you
that
have to
fire.
understand, like, I'm not about to share my entire past with every single person that I match with. That's number one. And number two, if I tell somebody I've been celibate for a whole year, that means I have not had sex for a whole year plus some.
I'm not arguing your
So
with
That's
you.
not a long time.
That
That
just
I'm not
sounds
sounds
arguing
scary
your
though. It's
point.
like
I was
something
just
fishy,
explaining
bro.
to you.
that sounds
Yeah, I was
scary.
just explaining to you why you need to know the history. And you
No, it's
honestly
so
should check the
scared.
history of a
and the
man.
other thing
Because
about
if you check the
history
history of
is
a
that
man, you can see his dating history. You can see how he's dated. You can see how he's moved. I
Mhm.
now know to pay attention to a woman's history. If every 5 years she's got a new man, I know I only got 5 years with her. Because this is her history.
Mm.
This is her record. This is her pattern. So it's like pay attention to people's patterns. If he got with you, he was really good. Or when he got with the last girlfriend, he was really good, and then he cheated and got with you. Guess what he gonna do? He gonna be really good with you, and then he gonna cheat and get with the next one.
And you know what's gonna be
Patterns.
real messed up is that even when you celibate and to a point that you get ready to get married, and
We
only
can't
thing.
hear you.
All right, hello.
Everybody got mute up then. Everybody mute up.
You know what be real messed up is when you be celibate for this long, and then when he be with you and he
All right,
marry you,
Warlock.
yeah, I can't.
and then at the end of the day, you just decide, oh man, you know what, I'm finna go ahead and divorce. I want a divorce. You waited that long just for somebody to come in your life for marriage, just to clap your cheeks and say, I'm ready to get a divorce. How would you feel about that?
I'm not worried about that because I'm a Christian, and I like just like how you said that we need a vet. It's like I know how to vet a man, which is why I'm still single, which is why the people that I swiped right on because they put in their bio that they were also Christian and they were men of God, they got unmatched because they were lying clearly. So
Mm.
I'm not worried about waiting until marriage and then getting married and having sex, and I'm not worried about my husband, you know, divorcing me because it wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen because the person that I plan to marry is going to be a true man of God. So I'm
Mm.
not worried about that. And
It's subjective, but yeah, I feel you on
as
that.
far as far as like, you know, history and stuff like that, it's so easy to lie. It's so easy to lie. We talked about lying as a red flag, but it's so easy for somebody to lie. And the other thing is
That
that
make it
like
worse then.
it does make it worse,
Because if
but
you
you don't
lie and
have
they see the
control over that.
characteristics, you know what I'm saying? That means you couldn't be real from the front. You know what I'm saying?
It, and it's
So
scary, but it's something that we don't have control over, right? And the other thing is like you want to know if somebody is, you know, hoeing the town, but it's like you know, I live in the DMV, right? I've been out here for a while, but I'm not from here. I didn't grow up out here. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to high school out here. So
What's the
nobody knows
DMV?
me out here. DC,
hey, hold
Maryland,
up, Mary. I
Virginia.
got a couple people that's ahead of you.
So
So
it's like
uh
people people can lie, and also it's like we're grown. People are like especially like millennials are moving like across the nation regularly. How many people are moving to ATL, California, like, you know, Houston? Like a lot of people are not living where they grew up. So it's like you're worried about whether or not somebody's like a hoe or whatever, but it's like like I said, I live in the DMV.
yeah, men and women are
I
different.
I I've been single for 2 years, and in the 2 years that I've been single, I have not crossed paths with my ex once. So imagine somebody living in a bigger city being a quote unquote hoe, they'll disappear and you'll never know. Not every
Okay.
place is small town where it's like everybody knows everybody. So it's like you'll never know.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave this be because we can go back and forth with this for a while. When I said that's not where I was going where Miracek went in reference to patterns. Okay. This is the reason why we ask certain questions. In reference to your body count, I'm going to say this, and fellas, y'all can agree or disagree with me. When we talk about body count, it's not really about how many. Because when you have a high body count, there are certain behaviors that come behind having a high body count. And a lot of times when we start talking body count, we're talking about how many guys you've been with and the behaviors that come from that. All right. Just and I always take this away from people when they wanna come back at me. I understand that there are outliers and there are exceptions to the rules on certain types of behaviors. I'm not saying that there are not, but more time than not, a woman with a higher body count they act and react to certain things a certain way. So therefore, that's why we want to know about your history. That's why we want to know about your relationship behaviors and things of that nature. And if in fact you as a woman, because I'm speaking about men right now, if you as a woman don't understand, can't understand, or don't have the willingness to understand, then we're gonna go back to the first thing. That's a freaking red flag. That's a big red flag. So I just wanted to try to get that whole thing out before I got interrupted. But that's where we're coming from, and that is a big vetting process for men, a very big one.
Yeah, that is. That
Yeah, no,
is.
I understand. But like I said, like I said, I don't have an issue with telling a person my past. But like when it comes to the dating apps, like I'm not gonna tell my whole life story if like I know that it's not going to lead to anywhere. So it's like, yeah, like once it gets to down to a dude questioning whether or not I'm a virgin because I'm choosing to wait, like that's usually where I cut it off, because at that point I know that it's not, what's the word, I don't know if sincere is the word, but they're not looking for that information for the right reasons, basically. Like at that point I know, like, oh, you what you put in your bio is not really the life that you live, and therefore there's really no reason to go forward in this conversation, because you're just questioning for your own
So
personal gain.
he has the
So
right to ask whether or not you're a virgin?
I'm sorry?
You don't think that he has the right to ask?
Well, if I say that I'm not having sex again until marriage, it's kind of that's keyword is again.
Okay.
So
Well,
instead
like
of
I
it
said, when you
an
initially
accident.
said it, when you initially said it, and you added the again in the last several times that you said it, but when you initially said it, you didn't say again.
yeah, I don't remember her saying it, but
No, it's the
I ain't
way
gonna lie. I don't want to use you as a
she was what you
hold
call it, celibate.
huh?
Right.
Oh, I'm about to
Said
say
it
I
in
don't want to make. Oh, what the heck is going on? What you say?
Mirror
Go
check.
ahead. Go ahead, Mirror. I think you trying to say something. Hello?
Yeah. I would say I was putting
No,
that
you can go ahead.
dating apps with red flags too. Dating apps is red flags. I don't really mess with them dating
Yeah,
apps.
they not.
People only just come in there just to be able to socialize, so they can be able to find whoever it is to meet up, so they can do their thing. I think in general you need to just meet somebody that's out here in the world and out here in this social media world, because dating apps is just toxic to me.
Being in the wild is dangerous for women too, though. It's like we really can't win, honestly, because
Yeah.
if we get approached and then we reject somebody, we now are in danger of getting shot. There was a girl like a couple earlier this year that rejected a dude and got unalived because she said no.
Yeah, but men have the same issue too, because we can't trust it. We meeting a woman, we think we're going to meet a woman, and we're going to get set up to be robbed. We're going to set up to be
We about to
unalive.
shift this whole
That's
thing
bad.
over to something
Listen,
else.
It's
can I
dangerous.
can I
It's
say
dangerous
something?
out there for
No,
everybody.
it really is, and I'm glad, Marichek, I'm glad that you said that, because this is an issue that I also have on dating apps that I find to be a red flag, is when dudes try to link up too quick. They either try to give their number to me too quick, or they try to link up too quick. And I'm just like, this is why, I'm sorry to say it, but this is why women live longer, because you guys don't have any sense, like there's no sense of danger. Like, where is the sense of danger? Because it's like
When
you
it's
you
too
have
soon and too late.
literally right
You
after
just
we
met this
match,
person, literally. You just
but
met this
we
person two,
just
three days.
met.
So I think I look at it different
and
though,
they're
and
and
that's
they're
what.
like, oh, like let's come over, let's link up. But it's like, dude, I literally
Yeah, I
don't
But
feel
you
know
you
know
you.
on
what?
You're
that.
giving me your
Well,
address.
Honest,
I could have like,
the link up
I
thing
I
is too
swear.
early, but I do believe
but
once you
honestly,
meet
I
somebody
think
on a
that
dating app,
I think
right? Go ahead, Mary Check. Go ahead,
I
baby.
swear
I
everybody
think
talking
the
at the
dating
same time.
apps,
I still didn't even finish saying
honestly,
what I was saying.
yeah, but
Go
real
ahead.
quick, then, I honestly think the dating apps work against us because they're in the business of making money. So they set us up against the opposite people or people because the women that I get set up with, I'm like, how does she fit my profile? How does she fit the stuff that I like? I'm like, where are these women coming from? And then the women that I do like, it's like I don't understand why I don't get a response from them. But then the women that, it's just like the dating apps are crazy. It's like they're set up in such a crazy way. And then the other issue is that men that we have, the scam, and I'm finding out the women are going through it too. The scammers are all over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, see,
So
here's my thing in reference to. I don't think I'm speaking. I don't have the experience with this, but however, here's my thing in reference to dating apps. If you're on, and it's fucked up how it is, but I don't think there's ever such a thing as too early to get somebody's number on a
that's what I
dating.
wanted to ask her. That's what I wanted to
Because
ask her.
if you're really trying to get this person, you want to try to get yourself and that person off that dating app as quick as freaking possible. Linking up is a whole different freaking ball game. However, we're going to go back to when you were talking about how dangerous it is for a woman to meet somebody in person out in this real world. I'm not even going to go with the whole thing that they went with as far as a guy meeting a girl and getting set up. I'm not even going to go that route because it happens, but not as often as this. You go to meet somebody and you go out, you meet them up or whatever, this, that, and the other. Approaching a woman in the real world, even just to say hello, can change a man's entire freaking life because of the simple fact, depending on how she reacts to it, she can
Oh
have
yeah.
you up on stalking charges, harassment charges, all of these different type of charges just by saying hello, how you doing, or you look nice. That's a real big fear of a lot of men nowadays to even speak to a freaking woman because even if she just says something or screams at you or cusses at you, now you are labeled as a certain type of dude.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
really
that
hard.
issue comes. Sorry,
Women
go ahead.
don't find that problem approaching a dude, truthfully. They really don't. If they do, it's very, very far and in between. So we as men have it extremely freaking hard in reference to the setup thing, the just approaching a woman on the street.
Yeah,
So
I think we both have it equally
it's
hard, but
it's
in
just
different ways.
it's just a fucked up
Thank
environment for the child to be in anything. It really is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that issue
But
gets worse and worse the more that technology advances because like early 2000s 2010s like that I don't think that was ever really an issue, but I think once you know the phone started getting cameras and everything started getting recorded and stuff like that, I think it gets just so much more harder because like you said, like now, like if a guy approaches a woman and she doesn't take to it, all she has to do is pull out her camera, record. All you need is just a couple people on the internet that know how to use a computer, and you can find where this dude works, where he lives. You could find a lot of information, with all these internet people. So, but yeah, I definitely do think it's difficult and it's dangerous for women and for men equally, just in different ways.
yeah.
I don't think
Let me get
it's
these
one
out real
over
quick.
the
So, cause
other.
I said, oh, man, I'll be trying to get this. I'm gonna end up getting too bagged up. There's a couple of things I wanted to ask. And I think Warlock kind of touched on that though. So I was about to. That's why I wanted to ask. I don't want to. Man, I'm so deep in. I wanted to ask this other thing before that. So when it's too late and when it's too early to get a number off the app.
I think too early would be like right. I feel like too early would be like right after introductions. Like you match, it's like you say the introductions, hey, how are you, whatever, whatever, and then you maybe have like a 2.5 conversation after that, and then they're like, oh, I'm not really on here like that. Text me. But it's like, why did you download the app for if you're not going to communicate on the app? I feel like after you've gone through the introductions, you figured out the purpose and the intent of why you're there, and maybe we're chatting for maybe like a day or two and it's consistent conversation. I'd say like maybe by the end of the week, at least 1 week of consistent conversation. You guys both are clear on your intentions and you know what you're looking for, and you share the same beliefs. Then at that point, exchange numbers.
Oh
But it's
my.
like, no, I'm not going to give you my number after just meeting you, just quote unquote meeting you, and I don't have even the basic concept of who you are.
It
Mm.
sounds like you
That's
control a lot, though.
that's why.
You're not a
Hold
lot
up
of
real quick, because I see
I'm
everybody like jumping in
controlling.
every time. I don't be getting my stuff out. I got it.
You said
But
I'm controlling.
hold hold up real quick. Don't even answer his stuff because you about to throw me off again. Man, please. Just want to get these couple questions out. So, but so even with that though, you said about that's why I say I look at it a different way though. I feel like once you know what you want and stuff, you ain't gotta wait no dang on week or something like that. I think a lot of times we don't even know what we want. We don't make good profiles and all that stuff because like now that I'm looking, not because I do dating apps, right? And I set my stuff up so that people know that I know what I want, I know my intentions and all that stuff, and I actually read profiles too. You know what I'm saying? I make sure the pictures and all that stuff, and then we talk in the inbox for whatever. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how that go, I can get the number the same night, whatever. You can always block a number if it ain't whatever. It is what it is though, because my thing is once you know what you want, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to worry about that. I do understand with women is a little bit harder. You don't know what they, but it's all about getting them vetting skills together and
It has
understanding who you're
nothing to do
talking
with
to. So
vetting
I
skills.
don't
It
think it
has to
should
do
take
with
that long. But
preference.
everybody ain't got it like that. So so this other thing I wanted to mention, and I'm about to say I don't want to make it be offensive to you though, because I noticed this. But I will say this is one of my red flags, and you happen to end up doing it though, and that's for women or men, right? A person that which I noticed though, a person that take everything personal when we talk about a general situation. That's one thing I kind of noticed. Like when we talk about a general thing and then we go back to self again. Well, I don't do that or something like that. I think that's a real problem. That's a problem for real.
And you're saying
Just
that
in
I did
general.
that, or
You was doing it a couple times. That's the only reason why it made me think of it. But just in general, I mean, all of this is just something you got to work on. But I'm just
well,
saying
give me an
that,
example.
huh?
Give me an
A few times you
example.
did that. Like
What
I was
was
sitting here listening, and it's like you will put your own personal thing in there. Well, I don't do that, or something like that. You
but
kept
what
doing
was
it and stuff,
said?
but huh?
What,
You hit it with the hammer on the nail. I
but
want to
what
hear
was
that
said
one more
though?
time. I want to hear that one more time, man.
What was said though?
You said what was said? Man, it was too many times though. But one of the times was
I can tell you,
uh
I,
oh, you got one?
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead, because
ahead.
I'm about to
I,
say she did it a few
hold on,
times.
hold on,
That's
hold
why
on.
I stayed quiet.
Here's the thing. Everything that we mentioned, it was I. It wasn't one specific thing or two specific things. Everything that I was saying, well, he was like, well, I this, I that, I this. And I'm just speaking in general.
Right, but were we
Everybody had,
talking about?
hold on. See, here we go. Everybody, everybody has their anecdotal experiences, right? So
Right.
we can't take that away from you. That's why I said, to preface what I was saying, we understand that there are outliers and exceptions to the rule, right? That's why I always say that before I say something, because people always want to come back with their own personal shit when I'm just talking general. And every time that I went to say something, well, I this, I that, I this, when Mirror was talking, I this, everything is I. We can never have a general conversation about things. Everybody wants to personalize it. You get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times we always wind up going back and forth and arguing back and forth because they taking that shit personal. When, like they said, if the shoe fit, wear it. But I'm just saying, don't take it personal because we don't know you.
Right, exactly. So the question that I want to ask though was, were we talking about a general topic, or were we talking about when I brought up the celibacy thing and I was giving my situation?
And
Was
I
I
was
then
telling
speaking
you,
about myself?
right? Okay, and I was telling you generally how men are.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that I was doing
But
was
we were
telling you
still under
how
the umbrella
generally
of me
men
speaking
are.
about my celibacy journey, and we were still speaking under the umbrella of my experience on the dating apps, correct?
Well,
Because if we
well,
were
you
still
No,
gotta. The
under
thing
that
is, you need to know
umbrella,
how to shift it from when you know a person is talking general, right? Even if it started off with you, when a person is saying men be like this, them, you haven't been with all the men when they say men, so it's obviously it's a general thing. So that's when you don't have
right,
to put I in there. It's like you
he's
got to know
saying
when to
generally, but
shift.
we were still under the umbrella of something that was pertaining to my specific
Then you're
situation.
not
So
hearing
I
me. You're not even hearing
apologize.
me.
So I apologize if you feel like I was making it personal,
But that
But
wasn't
I
the only
think you're
time. That wasn't the
wrong.
only time, though. That wasn't the only
But I
time.
think you're wrong,
That's what I was saying.
and I also think that you cannot speak on something. You can't say that about me, but you don't know me personally.
I wasn't talking. See, that's
Not
the
All
thing.
you,
right.
not
Well,
you,
I
Warlock. I'm not
forgot.
See,
talking to
Everybody,
you,
you
personally
can't
about
hold
Warlock.
accountable in here. That's what
Warlock,
this is
I'm
an
not
accountable
talking
Hey,
to
room. So I'm
another
you.
only
red
saying this.
flag.
I'm only
Kev,
saying this out of love, but it is what it is, though. So you take it how
but
you take it. Um.
Warlock. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Kev because Kev was the one that is saying that whatever he just said about making it about me. But it's like you don't know me personally to be able to say that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
So
you know.
Sorry, man.
what about being held accountable? But you don't know me to be able to make that assumption about me. We were,
I got
from
you.
my understanding, we were talking under the umbrella of what I brought up about
See,
dating
you
apps
can't
and
take
my
constructive criticism either. That's crazy. That's another. But it is
wow.
what it is. It
Okay.
wasn't nothing to make you feel a certain way, but it's just something that I was making observation on it. If we need to work on it, that's all it is. If you choose to, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I would want the same in treatment. If somebody had, it was something I had to
Well,
work on.
if
I'm not
you
going to
really
be
had an
ego
issue
driven and be
with
like, I
that,
can't, this can't be true. You don't know me, but it's obvious that a bunch of people seeing the same old thing. They're saying it for a reason, but everybody ain't like that. So
well,
I
I'm
can
sorry I
understand that
didn't
though. I
notice
was only
it.
saying it out of love, you know what I'm saying? Because it was something I
No,
was observing of.
I don't think it was said out of love, but okay, Kev, I understand for
What
you.
what I got to
Definitely.
do to
Hold on, Kevin. Hold on one second. Hold on one
Because I
second.
just want to point something out real quick.
Kayla,
That's why.
and you know
That's
we've
why.
been
Can
having
I
some
say
good
something real quick?
dialogue, right?
Hold on,
Can I say something
different
real
was
quick?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Hold
ahead,
on
bro.
real quick. Just let Warlock go real quick. You gonna
no,
be able to
because
say it in a minute.
different started talking
Yeah,
Let
first.
me
no, I'm
say
talking.
this,
No, I'm
right?
talking to. I'm talking to different. I was just talking to him.
All right. See, now, you remember what you just said about you can't make this judgment because you don't know me, right?
Hmm.
He just said, personally, he just said it out of love, this, that, and the other. And you said,
Your stuff muted. Oh, you're on the phone. Okay.
Well, yeah. So, like I was saying, that's why if you make it personal, that's why I said. So, are you controlling? That's what made me ask you that question. That's what made me
Oh, you about
see.
to shift it? Oh, okay, I got you. You going to
That's
another
what
whole
made me. You know
topic?
what I'm saying, that's what made me see her as that way because she personalized it. That's
Yeah.
why I asked that question. See, so nobody's making anything up. You definitely personalized it for me to ask the next question. So you're controlling
Wait,
because
I'm
how do
sorry. You
you
okay,
said
that's
what?
not
determine?
where I was going.
Yeah, I don't want
I
to. I
got a
don't want to
phone
shift
call.
her mind on thinking about two things at one time. I want Warlock to finish. Then you can
Yeah,
hit her with that though, because
I
that's
ain't
all
got a
y'all
call
talking about
before
something
I
else.
got cut off. All I'm
Good.
saying is, Kayla, when you start talking about we can't personalize things or what have you, Kevin said that he said he only told you that out of love, and the other fellas up here was saying the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So for you to tell him that he didn't mean that out of love, you don't know what that man meant, but yet you personalized it to him. You get what I'm saying? Because I
Hmm.
probably could have said the same thing to you, and you probably wouldn't have said it. But we all basically have witnessed the same thing that you personalize just about everything, and you're not willing to say, okay, you know what? Maybe I did, maybe I took it wrong, or what have you. You're
I'm
not willing
I'm
to
just
say that.
I'm just it's not that I'm not willing. I'm like I said, I'm just saying that from my perspective, we were speaking under the umbrella of the topic that I brought up with red flags. So whenever you guys chimed in, I'm thinking under what the responses that
Okay.
you guys gave,
Uh huh.
I'm thinking that it was in response to what I said about what I
Okay.
deemed was a red flag. So yeah,
I get
I'm
that,
going to
sweetie.
personalize it.
I get that, Kayla.
I didn't realize that there was a shift. So my
Kayla,
apologies if I didn't catch on
I,
to there being a shift.
you know what? And you know what? That very end was cool because I was going to say, even though we have told you this is what it was, you still wanted to stay where you were in reference to thinking that it was still up on, and we just told you this is not what it
Okay.
was. All I needed to, and I'm not one to tell a person how to react, but however, to alleviate this last 6 minutes of conversation, all it was, oh, I didn't realize that's what it was. All right, we cool. Let's move on. But you wanted to keep going back and forth saying, well, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. And we're telling you your thought process was wrong because of the way that we were talking.
So
That's all.
so Warlock, this is what we about to do though, because the thing
Yes.
is, I mean, I do this. I mean, deal with this all the time. I understand some people could take whatever. I ain't gonna even put it that way. My thing is, if that's what you feel, that's what you feel. whatever. If you don't see it, then it is what it is. It's just no point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to, like I said, this ain't come out of nowhere, but if that you feel like there was nothing that needed to be addressed on that situation, or if you don't see no fault in it, then you just don't see it. Then it is what it is, though. But I do this with everybody. Everybody in my room, I'm gonna hold accountable. I don't care who you are or not. If I feel like it's some type of fault, if I know you or not, right? I do that with every last person on here, so I'm not changing for nobody. But if I see a person is not trying to be receptive of what's being said, or they think that I'm trying to attack them, all of a sudden I just don't like people. All of a sudden, when I be, it's crazy. If it's like that, and then it's just like I said, I do this to every last person that's in here. Everybody I've not agreed with in here. Everybody, it's every last person, because this room is called an accountability room for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's the only way we all gonna grow. You know, just like if it's me, if I got an anger issue or something like that or whatever, if it's something whatever, I would still want it to be called out so I can focus on it and be like, okay, that's what you see, so I might have to focus on it so I can go the next day. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you don't know me or nothing like that. Especially when I've been in this room with everybody and we all talking to each other. But everybody, like I said, I understand everybody can't take constructive criticism all the time. You know, all that stuff, whatever. But all of us can use some type of checking or something. Oh, I ain't gonna use that word because I know that's a trigger word too. All of us can use some type of observation of ourselves sometimes, rather than just, because the reason why everybody says something. It ain't always about hate or not liking to somebody. So, but at the end of the day, whatever was said, though. I have nothing against nobody in here. So,
Hey, Cam, I got to bounce, Jack. I got to get ready for my shit later on.
okay.
Through and show you some love today, man. You came through
Oh,
my shit. And
oh yeah, I
everybody,
appreciate you, brother. You already know, man.
God bless all of y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Kev, I got another one, especially on them date naps. Uh, there's two of them. One, if all I see is facials, that's a red flag. And two, if they start off, or if they got anywhere in their certain stuff they got in their bio, like must be able to hold a conversation. I already know she can't hold a conversation. And they try to kill it, and it be killing me because they try to kill the conversation.
Unalive. You going crazy, bro? You remember
Conversation.
that?
That's how you can tell these people don't know how to have conversation. Don't ask me how I'm doing. Don't ask me this. But don't you understand that that's general conversation, and you open the door up and you help and allow the
He
conversation?
know better
I
too. He
ask you how
doing
you
that.
doing. Oh, I had a good day. I was tired. I had to go to work, and this and that and that, this and that and that happened. That now opens the door for the conversation, because now I got places to ask you and to communicate with you. Oh, that. But then the same women who say, I'm tired of one word answers. Oh, how you doing? I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good. And it's like, you saying you a conversationalist, but you not holding a conversation. I asked you a question and you answering it as dry as you can, and you're not leaving the door open so that it can be a conversation. That's a red flag.
Yup.
It is.
But I hope y'all see what's the deal, man. For real, I don't.
Man, for real. I
And this
don't
with everybody, man.
and that's where
All
everybody,
of
man.
this is
All
nothing
of
new.
this is
Oh,
nothing
somebody
new.
got to. What you about to say,
Somebody
Jen?
got
I
to
gotta stay
what
quiet
you
with
about to
you
say,
because your
Jen? I
stuff
gotta
be
stay quiet
bouncing.
with you because your stuff be bouncing.
Oh no, I was just gonna say to Mir that he's correct about the conversation. I find that so funny that you said that, because almost every guy, in the last year that I've been, online, trying to attempt to do the online thing, their thing is, oh, great deep conversations, and then when it actually gets to conversation time, it's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, it's pretty like being a content creator with the conversation, like every day, like, okay, what can I talk about that he might have interest in, and then you get tired of it, like they have nothing to contribute. But anyway, and I may not have had anything to contribute by saying that, but anyway, you heard it.
I got
Like, I think that the apps be setting us up
not,
to double
if it's
people that
not
don't
basic,
necessarily.
if it's
Yeah, I
not
was about to
basic,
say about old
they
girl.
can't
I
think
think,
critically. And that'd be
yeah,
my problem. Like, we could talk basic all day, but when it comes down to the critical thinking, the critical talking, the talking that might sound crazy, that might sound weird, we can't go there. That'd be my problem. I want to go to the weird. I want to go to the crazy. I want to go to the outside the
That's
box.
subjective.
I want to, you know what, Cam? I'm done with you.
It is. I swear I can't keep my mouth closed. I'll be hearing stuff like, what is that? But I think I get what you're trying to say. But I get you though. But what's weird to people is gonna be weird to them. Some people don't even want to go past the weirdness. They want to go where they're comfortable at. But I can get it though. But some people want to. It's built to try to understand what the weird is because they think about more than just their way of thinking sometimes. And it's rare to see people that's like that, that's trying to look forward to thinking about the weird because
like
it's weird.
like that word
All
that
right.
you
I
use.
feel you on that though.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, they get
Uncomfortable.
comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah, they want to have conversations that's comfortable.
that's
Thank
right.
you,
That
Kev. Good
resonate
looking, bro.
or
This is
relates
this is
with
why
them.
this is why I fucks with you, bro. This is why, bro. Good looking, bro. You just
Hey,
elevated my vocabulary.
what if all their exes is crazy? Is that a red
Ooh,
flag? If all their
factual,
exes is crazy.
factual.
Yeah, just a red
Hey,
flag.
that just might say something about you if she picked you. Then
Hey,
you must be the
That's a
third,
red
the fourth
flag.
crazy.
I mean, come on. Our conversation last night and the people that we got into relationships and we learned a lot about ourselves, the conversation last night. It's like that is the number one thing that we overlooked in our relationships with those types of people is all their exes were crazy. Yeah, that's a huge red flag. And I'm sure you got it
Right,
from
I
old
get
girl
you.
when you were in the relationship with, oh, he was crazy. Oh, he did this. He's crazy. I got the same thing from the guy that I was involved with that you and I share the same type of life in that regard. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, they that's a definite red flag when a guy is talking about his ex was crazy and this and that. Ooh, let me hurry up and eat my food so I can leave. Yeah, that's a
When
red
she
I,
say ski, that's a red flag. I
the
had to hear
thing
my
is to
voice
me,
off that bouncer thing. How long you gonna be in that car, G? Man, I want to hear your regular voice, man. That thing be bouncing. I gotta stay quiet and stuff.
yeah, that's the thing I wanted to talk about. Like, even when people break up, they never admit they wrongs. Like, they ain't never say, "Oh well, I'm the one that had messed up the relationship." You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard one person that never admitted that they messed up the relationship.
Facts. That
That's
is
a
a problem.
that's a
Oh, yeah,
red
it's a
flag
good
to me.
one. Yeah,
Thunder, I was
y'all own
gonna
the
say
song
that
for sure, but good look. If they never say
one. Or
they in, they part, yeah, that's a red flag for sure. If they never say,
if
"Oh,
they,
I ain't do anything," it was always them.
What's the
if they
red
can't admit
flag in
nothing wrong about themselves.
Yep. What'd you say, crazy?
and when they talk negative about their ex? Oh, my ex was just so this and so that. Well,
Facts.
why did you get with that person then if they was all that?
Exactly.
But what are
And this
you?
one, and this one we got to pay attention to. Everything they say, if like you said, they can tell you anything bad. They can tell you everything that somebody ever did to them. But then when they talk about them, everything they do is good. They ain't never did nothing bad to nobody ever.
Red flag.
Red flag
Facts.
is them playing victim all the time.
Facts.
I'm the
Facts.
victim. Everybody hurt me. No, see, no.
Hmm.
You gotta
Preaching.
go. I can't deal with you.
And the thing is, I'm gonna be honest.
This men, but for the women,
Red flag when you can't take constructive criticism. Let me stop talking. Let me stop.
it's a,
I can't leave
it's a,
stuff.
No, that
Don't do that. Don't
But
do
that is a red
that.
flag. I ain't
Don't
gonna lie.
do
That is a red flag to me.
that.
it is a red flag. That's a red flag all day.
No pun
if
intended, though. Remember that.
something that's if I'm doing something that that's a little wild or crazy, not wild, but a little crazy or something. I need you to check me. Hey, the way you talking
Fact.
a little rough. You know, keep me in line. And,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing, especially with my
Yeah.
friends. If you can't keep me in line just like I keep you in line, then we shouldn't be friends.
I
Right.
And
can't make you do
especially
Ain't about to
anything.
keep
significant.
I
enabling
can't
me,
make
y'all. That's
you
one
do
thing.
anything.
I think another thing
Right?
is
Right,
Bro,
Kev?
you ain't fat. Bro, you ain't fat. You know what I'm saying? My gut all sticking out of my stomach. Like,
Ask
man,
you if I
forget all
look
that.
fat. I want you to tell me the truth. I don't want you to
Fact.
lie to
Tell me
me.
the truth.
If I look fat,
Exactly.
tell me I look fat.
Tell
Now,
me.
your gut hanging out a little bit. I think you should put your little girdle on or whatnot.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right.
Take that
I want
fanny
to
pack
look
off.
good. Shoot.
Stop tucking
Maybe
inside them stockings. Let me stop
Be
for I'm
sleep
making this
about it.
room go to 500.
and
if
I'm gonna tell you
maybe
another
About it. You
red
just
flag
come
to
up from
me.
behind her and just grab her foopy and be like, I just love your foopy. And then she's like, I hate that. Why you do it? Because it's sticking out, baby. I see it.
Another red flag is to me is when a person say they want to be in a relationship, but when they get in a relationship, they really it's like they pretend that they in a relationship, but really they don't want to be in a relationship. I don't like that. That's another red flag to me because I'm like, why would you want to sit there and say you want this and you want that, but then when you get there and get there, you don't want it, and you still end up acting like we not together. I ain't never
When they
understood that.
post statuses all the time. I just went to the bathroom.
Want the
I ran out of
benefits.
tissue.
They want the benefits of the relationship, but not the responsibility that comes with it.
Boy, these red flags can go forever.
They kill
I guess we can
by
get to
their
the second
first
part because
name.
we haven't got to it. Oh, y'all must have seen them type of people while y'all laughing down there. Y'all must have seen them type of people while y'all, unless y'all been them type of people. Well, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I probably been up. That's what's funny because some of this stuff I've been, you know what I'm saying? And some of this, all this stuff that's been going down, or the stuff I talk about, or hold accountable on, you know what I'm saying? It's hold accountable on. I was that person and stuff, I was that person that ran away and all that. But let me stop. So with the second one now, let's get to the second one because we ain't get to it. I guess I'll start from Jen so we can get the echo out the way first, and then we go down. What's the reason for your red flags and the base of your in the base of them?
Just experience of them, learning myself my boundaries. Because you don't know all your boundaries. You have to go through some of the mishaps to add to your boundaries. Um, so yeah, that's that's the reason why I have the red flags from experiences, from seeing them online. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's just people's behaviors, and then they become red flags for me. Some stuff I can't deal with in a relationship.
Okay. Is that the like yo? What's your base that made you come up with these red flags? That's what I'm getting to, buddy.
Um, just the relationship that I went through that I told you
Okay,
guys about last night. That
makes
was my
sense.
pivotal
Makes
moment in my life that I will never repeat. I'm going to try my
mm,
best within my power to not repeat the ugliness and the hurt that I put myself through in that relationship.
okay. We learned. Okay, that's where the base came from. Gotcha. Yeah, I learned a lot from my ex too. 4 years ago. I learned a lot. That was one of my bases too. There was a lot of stuff I looked over because of pretty face. That's why I stopped falling for pretty faces. Pretty faces and fat booties and let me stop. All right. I don't even know how to say your name, my brother. But I know
Retard.
you've been in here preaching though. What
Rhetorical.
is it? Oh, rhetorical. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
All right. Can I be honest?
What's that?
Sometimes I think some of the things that I do is red flags, but I don't be knowing that they are red flags. Like, for instance, I might be too controlling. Maybe I am too controlling, but not knowing that I'm too controlling with, by the things I do. Like, if I want to, like, right now I'm trying to
Jen said it.
look, cause I gotta be honest with myself because I'm starting to do this. Like I've been doing this like for about 4 days now. I'm starting to realize my faults because I don't want to just come in here and just sit there and say like, hey, like I'm perfect or because of the relationship I've been through, I learned from it. But sometimes I done some things that I didn't really notice. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I might make small little lies and stuff, but really it don't be big. But to them, it be real, real big. Like for example, like if I say I'm on my way to the store, but I stop at like one of my homeboy houses or something like that, just to kick it and chop it up, but then go to the
Mm-hmm.
store. You see what I'm saying? And come back and be like, yeah, I went to the store and you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
chilled and got some chips and stuff, but I really didn't do it. I just went to my homeboy house. Some like I do little small unnecessary lies that kind of make me feel like I am a bad flag, but I'm still working on it though.
Mm-hmm.
That's about me.
I was
So,
guilty of the same thing. It's
well,
just
besides.
it's just mature. It's like you just gotta look
That's
at
another
yourself
red
and
flag.
look at
Mirror
it for
keep
what it
cutting stuff
is.
off, man. That's another red flag.
Hey, I take that one. I eat this one because
I'm
I
about
gotta
to
help
make
my
you
brother
jump
out.
out the bar soon next.
All right, I gotta eat
I'm
this
holding
one though because I
everybody
gotta help my
accountable so
brother
not
out real
talking to
quick.
it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. But on the real, man, you just gotta be 100 with yourself and look at it like for what it is. You a grown man. And that's the way I had to look at it. I'm a grown man. I ain't gotta lie to you. I ain't gotta tell you I don't want to do something. I ain't got what I gotta lie to you for. But a lot of times we do it, and women don't understand. It's because we don't want to deal with your mouth. Cause then when he tells you that I stopped at my boy house, you always
Yo,
it's like don't nobody want to hear all that.
I swear to you, God, like this is so true. Like this is so true. Like one time, like for example, like every time I say I want to be able to go and see my child, even though I know that she had this jealousy thing going on or whatnot, and I'll be like, man, I want to go and get to see my child. And she'll be
Mm.
like, "Oh, you going to see your baby mom? You finna f her, and you finna do this and that." I'm like, "No, I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna get ready to do that. I'm not doing it." And then it gets to a point I don't be wanting to hear her mouth for so long. It's like now I'll be like, "Man, I'm finna get ready to go to the store," and I just go straight to my kid's mom house. My child mom house to go and see my child to spend time with her for a good 5 minutes, and then I come back to the house. You know what I'm saying? And then she'd be like, "You went to the store?" I'll be like, "Nah, I went to the store and stuff like that and chill." You know what I'm saying? But basically, I be wanting to just see my child, but I don't be wanting to hear her mouth all the time. Every single time I want to sit there and see my child. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta lie about small things just to make myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, now I gotta be honest with myself. Like Big Brother said, I gotta be honest with myself about saying these things because they're gonna have to start accepting the truth because sometimes women do not like to hear the truth all the time. You see what I'm saying? They rather just see you as a liar, you know what I'm saying? And see you as what they expect for you to be. And I got tired of it. So that's the reason why working on myself on my red flags and stuff like that. Little small
Right.
red flags, but I'm still working on it.
Okay. So I'm gonna get. I feel you said you mentioned your red flags and stuff. So with the topic itself, the second one, right? Based off all that whole list, you came with a list too. I think you all beat everybody on here too. So what is the base of it? What made you come up with or figure these red flags out? What's the base to your red flags?
Uh the base of it is that, you know, I'm not finna go through all that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna deal with those.
You learned it from somebody? Because I know Jen just used earlier. She said her base is basically her past. She learned it from basically her last situation she got out of.
Yeah, it's the same way with me. It's the
Okay.
same way. Like I'm not finna get ready to deal with that no more. Like I'm grew
Okay.
now. I'm mature, and I know for a fact that next time I don't think I'm jumping in a relationship. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I don't know. I'd rather be single, big brother, and just clap cheeks and just call it
Oh,
a
I
day.
gotta.
At,
I want to say something about that though. That's
at
a whole
least
nother topic.
Yeah, so
But
I'd rather just be the type of person to say, man, I ain't even ready for it no more. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays it's all about games. It's hard to be able to. It's a crowd of people, and you can't tell which one is real and which one is fake. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'd rather just step back from it.
hmm So crazy. What's the base to your red flags? Where do your red flags come from?
Mine came from my previous relationship.
So we got three people with
I
previous. Okay.
I ignored the red flags. I tried to paint them green. I
Oh
tried to paint
my.
them green. But because I'm just a kind-hearted person. I'm always looking. I always see the best in people. So
Thanks. That shouldn't change.
that's one of my that's my kryptonite right there. I always see the
Mm.
best in people. Even when they show me who they are, I still be like, they still could be a good person. So that's where my base came
That's
from. And to add with you, I got a question for him. So why she got mad when you was going to see your child?
he gonna
I'm
go back
sorry,
to that.
because for me, because in my previous relationship, he had a child before he got with me. So I never got jealous of him going to see his child or his baby or even giving his baby mother money or anything. If she asks, he'll come. He'll be like, "Oh, can I give it?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me? Go ahead and give it to her." I mean, I wasn't in the room with y'all. I mean, you lay down and you made that baby. Now you got to take care of her and the kid. I mean, that's your business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So
All
I'm
right,
just trying to understand.
all right. So
Was she
in my
jealous?
of the previous relationship that I've been through, it was like that person was just like I used to always sit there and had to tell the person like, hey, I want to be able to, it'll be cool if me and you can be able to go and see the child. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be fine with you to make that person more comfortable. You see what I'm saying? But I guess it's like I said, I think she was just basically jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like real hardcore jealous. And I don't look. Can I be honest? Man, I was so in love with this person. You see what I'm saying? Like I was so in love with this person to the end of the world, and I wanted to respect her,
Why?
but at the end of the day, it was like I was scared. You feel what I'm saying? It was like because I didn't want to ruin my relationship because I had another child, but at the same time, it was like I want to respect her, but I want to respect my child at the same time. But it was like it was like I was choosing, and I ain't
Can I
liked it, and it
can I
frustrated
be
me
honest
to
with
the
you?
point I couldn't deal with it no more.
Can I be honest with you? Any woman that makes you pick between her and your child, you shouldn't pick that woman at all. I'm gonna be
Red
honest
flag.
with you.
Red
That's a
flag.
red
Yeah.
flag. Because me personally, if a man is picking me over his child, that lets me know that
They never think about it that way.
if I get pregnant, you gonna do the same thing that you're doing to her to me. And
Hmm.
that's a no. That's why I always tell any man, you got kids, take care of them kids and take care of their mama too. If she say, oh, I need some gas in my car, whatever, I don't have no problem with you giving her the money. That ain't none of my business. That's none of my business. That's you and her. But as long as you are honest and like, you know what, I gave her a little bit of money because you know she needed it, this, that, and that. I'm not gonna be mad. I mean, that's the child of your, that's your baby mama. Go ahead. I mean, if she messed up, your child messed up, which make you messed up. So
Exactly.
Hmm.
it's it,
And
it
see,
that's how I view it.
and that's the thing. Like I know exactly where you coming from on that end, and that's why I had to say to myself, like this is messing with me. It's starting to stress me out. I even started growing. I started losing hair because of this situation. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I can't continue to keep dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to keep moving on and moving forward with my life. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I did the best that I can on that end, but I decided to let that go because I still wanted to be in my child life. Besides, I had to feel like I'm walking on rocks and walking on glass and stuff like that just to see my child. I'm like, nah, that ain't finna work like that. It's impossible.
Yeah, that's a lot. I see a lot of women do that. I'd be like, what's that screams insecurity to me. Because if you're a little upset that he wants to go see his child and you think he about to go and, have intercourse with the mother, then verbalize that. Say, y'all fucking. I mean, we grown. Y'all, you hitting that? And if he ain't gonna be honest, read his demeanor. Shoot, it's a lot of people just got they don't know how to read the room or read people. They don't really
Right.
know how to do that. So, like I said, all she had to do was just sit there and watch y'all interact with each other. That's it. Because for Jesus, that should be a red flag. That's a that's a red flag. I mean, because when you said that, that kind of put my ears. I said, what? What kind of woman do that? But a selfish woman does that. I ain't gonna lie. Because what the child got to do with
Real talk.
like it's I don't know. That's just an insecurity. I don't know. Did she have kids?
Yeah,
I'm
she
being
did,
nosy.
but see, me and her didn't have kids.
Oh, so she had kids with somebody else.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it was just kind of crazy. It was crazy. Like
So she
even
wanted you to play house with her kids and not go see your kids.
basically, yeah.
See that? Okay, now I got something to say. That's the problem with a lot of women of today. They want you to play house with their kids and leave your kids out to dry, to leave them high and dry, and then they wonder why they these men ain't ish. If you're letting a man that don't take care of his own children come lay with you in your house, eating up on your kids' snacks and doing all that, ma'am, do you think he gonna care about you if y'all had a baby together? No, because he gonna do you the same way. So that's why I tell any woman, you gotta require a man to take care of his family first. If you ain't his wife, you ain't his fiance, you ain't listen. That man need to be taking care of his family. That's what I don't know. I'm just different. I'm a little different. That's just me, cause I don't play that. If that's just me, but I land my plane with that.
I guess marriage. What is it? Somebody missing. I think. Marriage check. Go ahead. What's your reason for your red flags and the base to it? What makes you come up with your red flags?
The reason for my red flags is I'm a divorcee and another a bad relationship following the divorce.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, it was more or less the relationship after my divorce that really was the one that hit me hard because I was wide open for her. I really, like my man said, and a lot of women don't understand that, but we really truly, when we say we in love with you, a lot of the times we really truly be in love with you, and those are the guys you end up taking advantage of. And so, it it came out of getting hurt, and it's like I didn't want to ever be hurt like that again. I say to the point, man, that when she got through with me, I wasn't gonna unalive myself, but I was basically gonna just kind of barricade myself in the house and just not come out anymore. I just didn't want to face and deal with the world anymore. I was just like, I'm done.
That's facts.
But it was because of my daughter. She saved, like you say, that person that saved your life and don't know it. My daughter saved my life and didn't know she did it because normally my daughter doesn't call me, but she called me and she wouldn't stop calling. And that was unusual for her. So that made me run and answer the phone. And it ended up being a lifesaver. But my so that's my reason behind it is to for my safety, for my protection. And not only that, but to just to show that I've grown up. I'm not that same old gullible kid that I used to be who didn't know any better. Now I understand. I'm aware of stuff. I probably wouldn't have married my children's mother, but I didn't feel like I had a choice. So but today I'm just grateful to have, like I said, to have grown, to survived, and to now be wise enough to be able to move forward and to know that better is coming.
Okay.
And one more red flag: if they're accusing you and you have know for a fact that you ain't did nothing for them to be accusing you, that's a red
Let's
flag.
go.
And chances are they probably the one doing it.
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah.
Let's
Facts.
go.
Facts.
Let's go. You
Oh
hit it
yeah.
on the point, bro. You hit it on the point, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
That is
think that needs to
facts,
be the
bro.
number one red flag.
Boy, for sure. For sure. For sure. So, I think that everybody did that. I always say I'm gonna say mine real quick, and after I say mine, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna reset and get it back going and stuff. But then we can do the if y'all come back. Oh, if y'all come back. But then we do number 3 then. But my base, I guess where it came from was I would say a lot was from my ex. When I picked my ex, right, I was a little bit more mature and smarter and stuff or whatever, and it wasn't just like because I can't count the rest of it because at that time I just knew what I wanted and I knew what kind of was like a little bit of red flag before that. There was so many different things, and then other women I was just kind of just messing with. It was like situationships and all that, so I just knew it wasn't gonna be nothing serious. And then my ex, I think I chose her off more wants than needs. That's what I noticed. So I learned a lot from that. She was literally everything I wanted and stuff, but it wasn't about that. So I learned a lot from that. Then I'll say the women that I dated, in observation of other people and how and looking online and seeing how other women are, even people, right? People in general, like other how dudes are sometimes too. So them are where my red flags came from, and then they got deep once my base. So my main base of these red flags is peace. Um, and once I focus on that and I did everything to keep peace within myself, which is the same things that my red flags is the same thing that I go against myself with. Like, if I don't know how to hold myself accountable, if I'm trying to be confrontational, that's something I got to work on. If I don't know how to accept constructive criticism, that's just something I have to focus and work on. That's putting your ego to the side, which is one of our main problems. So I had to learn how to do that sometimes. Of course, sometimes a lot of times ego and pride gonna get in the way. That's just humans. We all do that though, but we got to be able to recognize it and address it when we see it and open our mind up sometimes just to hear other people out. 'Cause there's a reason why everybody's saying something. So that's something I had to teach myself before I even started doing it. But so once I chose peace, I realized, like I said, with the horoscopes, I'm like, dang, it's excuses. How's that accountability if it's that? by love. I started loving learning to love myself more, respect myself, all that stuff, and all this stuff. I had to realize that I had to go with self. Like I started building a confidence. I'm not in, insecure about certain. I mean, everybody got insecurities and stuff, but like where I have to argue my confidence. I didn't have to be that person that sit there and call myself a king and I'm a god and all this other stuff and uh all this other extra stuff to boost myself up. And I don't think men call themselves tens, but I never was like that either. All that stuff right there. Um, Basically, like I said, you shouldn't have to argue your confidence. I had to be um, stop taking if it was personal, right? I start all this stuff is funny how I'm mentioning that, but that really is something I had to figure out myself before I even addressed that situation from earlier. But I had to learn not to take things personal. If I did take things personal, because if it ain't me, that show it show your level of confidence when you take things personal. It show your level of confidence because you're not confident in the person you are when you gotta sit here and take up for a situation that didn't personally, address you or something like that. But even if it was right. If it was personal, that made me more look at like, all right, why? Like I said, mentioned earlier, why is this? Why is it like that? Why do I feel this way? Why am I triggered? All this stuff or whatever. So all this stuff, there's many things a reason why, and I realize that all goes around peace. Like peace is really my base to all my red flags. Like I don't like attention seekers. I don't like people that sexualize themselves. I don't like um confrontational people or people that don't know how to avoid confrontation because sometimes it be confrontation on certain situation. A person that don't know how to control their emotions, all this other stuff. So that's where my base came from, and it probably increased more and more the more I see things. Anything that breaks my peace because I love peace so much, and I do anything to keep it. I would literally X off family members, friends, and all that stuff because that's like the golden. That's worth more than money, and people gonna figure that out. Peace is better than all that stuff, especially a peace of mind. When you find yourself in a trapped up situation and feel like you can't get nowhere, it's all about how you look at things, changing my point of view and things. Like I had to realize when why did this happen to me? I stopped asking that stuff. I don't believe in mistakes anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I started building more of an optimistic mentality. That's what kept my peace more. You know what I'm saying? Having an optimistic look at mentality, having hope, and realizing some things is not meant in your life. What's meant is meant. What is not was not is not. You know what I'm saying? Everything happened for a reason. That's all the stuff I live by. You know what I'm saying? I don't question things. I don't say that dang, why did this happen to me? And this can't be this, or what if this happened? If I would have smashed this, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I don't do that no more because it was obviously not meant. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it was meant. You know what I'm saying? So I look at if I lose a job, all that stuff. It's all that's how I keep my optimistic mentality or try to keep things positive in my life. So, all that stuff. And I know I probably made it harder for me to even find somebody, but I can't go for anything less. Like them are boundaries and all that stuff that I just can't. I say I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now that I build myself up, I ain't got time to wait on nobody to build themselves up for me and all that stuff. Especially if it's some serious red flags that I can't look past. Some stuff I can be fair on, but otherwise, if I know I'm gonna put myself in a situation where I know it's gonna be a possible problem, I can only get mad at myself because I went there and risked it when I knew the flags. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, peace is my base. So give me like
Bro,
1 second, y'all, and I'm
bro, don't you know that was just poetry that you just spit? Bro, because
it
I'm gonna tell
says
you
forge.
something, man. I feel it. I really, really feel it because that's how I was. That's how I think that every day. Like I think so much on situations like that, and knowing that I stay to myself, and I keep my composure. I do exactly what I need to be able to do for my life, and not just for that, but how you just did it is like you speaking just exactly for your future. I'm in that same situation right now, so. What you said, that's how I'm feeling deep down inside. I don't express it to other people, but the way you said it is like you just said exactly what I was thinking, but you said it out loud. And that was so true. Like that was deep, bro. Like, bro, that I feel it. I feel it. Thank you so much because I had to
Oh
cut
yeah,
off one day. I had
yeah. Appreciate you, brother, man. Yeah. And this is like
I'm
I'm all about trying to just bring
Well,
different
exactly
perspectives.
what.
Oh, you back, brother? Oh,
Thank you.
go ahead. You about to say something? Did you say something? You must get a phone call or something. That's what it is. But y'all, give me a second, man. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. I just refresh and stuff. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Well, I got another probably up about 4 hours. If I don't think people gonna be in there that long with me, but about 4 hours for y'all. See where this gonna go.
We don't run the same thing. You changing it up.
Same thing, same thing. Yep, same old. It's gonna be this
Okay.
for the rest of the
Okay.
night. Yep.
Okay. Oh, so you finna go off for a minute and then come back up?
No, just for like maybe about probably less than that, about maybe 5 minutes or something like that. And I get back on. Just
Okay.
about to
I'll
reset
catch
it.
you in a
Yep.
few.
Yep.
All right. Bet.